hate puppies. It's a good podcast.
All that's in there. I feel threatened. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what beer you should be drinking this weekend or what beer you should be avoiding. We haven't quite determined that part of the equation just yet this week, but we'll get there in about 40 minutes.
Give or take.
Plus or minus.
I think it'll be about 40 on the nose. I can make that happen if I'm paying attention. We'll see.
If you're paying attention.
Well, that was the caveat.
Yeah.
Because I'm already not super focused. Got the Caps game on, kind of doing some other stuff here.
Where does paying attention fall in the producer order of priority?
Number one.
We might need to get a new producer.
That's where it should fall.
Yeah, I'm saying if I was looking for a producer, I'd be like, I want you focused. I want you looking at levels. I want you doing stuff. That's not my forte.
Yeah.
I am doing other stuff.
Well, you see why you need a producer, right? Like,
I'm fully
the
aware.
talent can't do the producing. Like, the producing is a vital part to a good sounding and successful show.
Wouldn't know anything about. Well, I hear the sound's getting good.
Yeah.
Hear the sound
board
is certainly better. Yeah, comments are coming in. Even Boo Boo reached out and said it sounded better this week.
We got to catch up with that cat.
I'm working on it. It's easier said than done, unfortunately.
He's a mysterious man.
He is highly mysterious. And unfortunately, we are very difficult to work with now, this time of year.
Now, have you sent him your interview questions? Has his team vetted these yet?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't even know what his team... I wouldn't even know where to begin. No, I have no idea.
Yeah, we're recording on a Monday this week because that's the day we could do it. Like, it is an S show week to week around here.
The fact that we keep doing it says something.
We care.
We something.
Yeah.
If that's the adjective, then that's the one.
Where's the podcasting and the pool of money bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. If my dedication was measured in dollars, then then I'd have a lot more money.
Yeah,
that's exactly. For sure. But unfortunately, dollars don't match the dedication. We'll get there.
We don't miss a week.
I have faith that the listeners are going to step up and just shower us with money when one of them wins the lotto.
Hey, Terrence.
Oh, dude, Penny Lane Pub.
Penny Lane Pub, $100 to the Venmo.
Came out big.
Yeah.
I love Penny Lane Pub. Now that we're, back to the 364 days a year that I love Penny Lane Pub. Just not St. Patrick's.
I've been there like 3 times in the past 2 weeks, so.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's where you should be.
Not St. Patrick's Day, of course.
I heard that Richmond was the number one area in the country for watching the F1 race.
That's wild.
On this past weekend. Like, they got the Nielsen ratings back, and more people in Richmond than anywhere else in the country were watching the F1 race.
I couldn't name one person that I know that watched that race.
Ely.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Lee. There you go.
Yeah, my coworker's all about that life.
Yeah, and apparently Penny Lane was packed in the morning for people watching the F1 race.
It's all because of that Netflix show, right? Like,
that's the best thing.
Nobody cared about it before that show came out.
100%. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
That came out, and everyone's like, you know what I'm totally into now?
I haven't watched it. It doesn't grab me.
But you haven't watched it.
I know, but I've heard how excellent it is from
the racing or the show?
The show.
Okay.
And I'm still like, I can't seem to get over the hump to want to get into it.
The show adds a whole different level of drama to what typically would just be a racing.
Yeah.
You don't. You're seeing the car and you barely see the driver. Like, it's not that personal. But the show takes that deeper level into it, where you're seeing the pit crew and the owners and the infighting between the teammates and like all that kind of stuff. So I think that really has been what's helped.
Do they showcase the girlfriends, the drivers?
I don't remember.
Because traditionally speaking, race car drivers, they do fairly well in whatever that particular cocksmithing.
Yeah.
They're pretty good at it. And I would be interested in seeing some of that.
I haven't seen any of the new season to know what they did, but the new season was based off of how the racing for 2021 went, and that literally came down to the last race. It was between two guys who had been like first and second all year, basically. And the winner of the race was going to be like the champion for the year. And so all of that added drama to it.
Can't tee that up any better. Like if you wrote it.
It's unbelievable.
I mean,
so everyone
wow.
after the last race last season, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, can't wait for season 4 of Drive to Survive or whatever," because it's going to just show all the in-depth stuff that you didn't know was happening.
there's like 30 some other drivers no one gives zero shits about, but
That's the case always.
I think it's the rising tides and all boats thing. Like it really has elevated the appearance and attractiveness of every team and person on that in the circuit.
Hell, we're talking about it and don't even know anything about it. We're like, F1, go Richmond. Yeah, number one.
Well, we went to Indianapolis, and as soon as I got home, I set the recording for the 500. Like, I'm definitely going to watch it. And I've actually been watching more NASCAR this year than in previous years. The Fox does such a good job putting it on. It's pretty interesting to watch on TV.
I can't get into NASCAR.
Really?
Only because I like the road races when they turn both ways.
They just have one.
Yeah, that's what I tend to like.
I think they only run like 3 in the whole year.
There's
isn't
not
it?
a lot.
Yeah, typically it's just the ovals and and I just, for some reason, it just doesn't hold my interest as well as. But you're right, when they do like the in-car cams and everything, then it's exciting.
They show the accelerator and the speed and the RPMs, and
I'll give you that. When they're showing those different angles, I'm like, all right, this is cool. But
then y'all need to watch more F1 because they take that level of graphics and car performance information going on and just amp it up to 11.
Yeah.
Man, it's insane what they show in those.
Sold.
And it's cool too. I mean, it's not just your oval. It's quote unquote real driving.
But it's the same two people winning every time.
No, it's by the end of the season, you'll have people that kind of separate from the rest of the pack. But where it is right now, the team that was expected to be number 1, they haven't even finished the first 2 races.
Oh wow,
they've been having they've just been having car problems. It's the amount of money that goes into the research and development for these cars. One team that's doing pretty well this year, they basically just threw in the towel last year and said, we are going to put all of our money, all of our development into the new cars coming out for 2022. We don't care what happens in 2021. And so it's paid off. This year they're crushing it. And it's like it's crazy to think of a team like
rebuilding
tanking
year.
Basically.
Yeah.
So NASCAR did that too this year. They have a whole new car that's like dumbed down to where it's all the same. Like it doesn't really matter. Like Toyota,
where it comes down to the driver more,
and it's all driver. And I think I turned on the end of the race yesterday after I got back from the Irish Festival, and I think they had it was the 6th race, and they had 4 different winners and 3 first-time winners. Like it's pretty wide open at the end of every
How was
race.
the Irish Festival this year? Is it back?
It was back, man. It was a good time. Went Sunday at noon, and we stayed till about 4:30. Saw a bunch of people. It was a good crowd, not overcrowded. Ran into some people who had been to the Shamrock the Block at Boulevard and said that was a just debaucherous shit show. But the Churchill Irish Festival is always good and family friendly.
For those that don't know, we have 2 Irish festivals here in Richmond, one of which is an absolute drunk fest, and the other one tries to focus more on Irish heritage
and family.
with
family
drinking.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
So they have people selling stuff and
so that's the one to go to is the more because it's not like people aren't partying.
Oh,
they're still partying.
There's beer being consumed.
Oh yeah, it's just not like the goal isn't to
black out,
fuck or fight.
Yeah,
the goal is to go have a good time, hear some music, hang out with friends.
Yeah,
it's very different.
I mean,
place.
I met a bunch of friends there that I hadn't seen in forever, and their families. So it was really a good time.
Oh, so you had the whole crew.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Very cool. Well, I'm glad to see it's back.
I can't believe you didn't go.
I had something going on. Oh yeah, I had to drink beers and watch NCAA March Madness. That wasn't the original. My wife had a bunch of chores for me to do, but what I realized is all those chores could be done in here.
Oh, nice.
I had to build chairs and do things. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go outside and get to work on that old honey-do list,
Yeah.
Very slowly
Turn
do my
all
job.
the TVs on.
Turn everything on and get to work, It kind of worked. I did all the outside chores on Saturday.
Smart.
So Sunday was going to be in here. Kind of worked.
That worked out really well for you.
Yeah, I'm a big thinker. Big thinker. It did work. And then Saturday night I went over to a buddy's house. He's basically got the equivalent of a pallet house at his house, and that was rough. Like, I forget what it's like to be around people and drink beers. Like the governor comes off and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Next thing I know is like 11 o'clock. I'm playing shuffleboard and everything just went like just tunneled out. I was like, Uber, goodbye.
About that time.
Yep. Well, I've learned now if you live in suburbs, you know,
the Uber's back.
you can't get an Uber after midnight in the suburbs. If you're in the city, Ubers go all the time, but it's real hit or miss. And so that's my new rule. Like,
Get your own curfew.
you got to have that curfew, because if it's after midnight, you try to get an Uber, you're stuck. You're waiting for that just moment in time where someone happened to drive someone back from the city, and it becomes few and far between. So at 11 o'clock, I looked and it was like 30 minutes away. I was like, that'll do.
Yeah, that works out nicely.
Yep. But as soon as I saw that too, 30 minutes away, we're dealing with stuff. And it took, 5 minutes as it was looking before someone was
That's
like,
the one you like, though, when like you know you need to go, but you're not really ready to go.
You're not ready
but you're
in
like, I
this
made
moment.
the decision, but I still get 30 more minutes, so it's kind of good on both.
I got a whole
fronts.
other game of shuffleboard in.
Yeah.
I was living the dream.
I've gotten burned so many times in the city trying to get an Uber, and you look at it and it's like, it's 2 minutes. That's too soon.
Yeah,
and then you
too
wait,
soon.
you wait, and you wait, and you wait because you're doing other stuff.
Then it's like,
finishing your
boom,
beer.
tomorrow, bitch.
It's like, oh, now you need one? Oh, it's an hour and it'll be $75. It's like, oh, sick. Love that.
Sweet.
So glad
Nailed
I see
it.
That one that was right out front was not the one for me.
Yeah.
Yep. No,
Not
good.
true. What are you
I was
doing?
looking-
over
Yeah.
I was looking for that because I have like,
there? Yep.
Yeah, you got to get faster on the draw on those.
well, unfortunately, this new board, it's
Send it
very
back.
difficult to
I
locate.
think we should go back to the old one.
I like not having all the crap all over the bar, though. I
Yeah,
like
this is
board.
much more streamlined.
But it is
It's a beautiful board.
really difficult to determine where the buttons are. And apparently, all of the files that I downloaded, like 3 of them, were in acceptable format for this.
yeah.
Like,
Because they're too old.
Yeah, I got like 30 things, and like I uploaded them all. I was like, here we go, and then everyone.
How do I take these from a floppy disk to my new board?
Yeah, the board's like, that's the wrong bit rate, nerd.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's still an MP3. Like, now I got to deal with bit rates, but apparently I do.
Come on, producer. Do your research.
Technology.
Yeah, we're down to some pretty limited stuff here. But we've got like this,
Oh, yeah.
which I don't even
That's the
know.
one we-
Party
That's the
time.
one we wanted.
I don't even know when I'm going to use that.
That's a classic.
A lot
That
of
one
like
never gets old.
canned bullshit, But then I got a couple in there, a couple gems I can use. So far, so good. I like the new board.
Yeah.
I like it as well.
Yeah. The only one, I don't think I have any of my Simpsons drops on here, though, which really breaks my heart.
Yeah, those are fan favorites.
I love my Simpsons drops. Dude, speaking of the Simpsons, I just noticed something the other day that apparently Central America is overridden with Moes Taverns and Simpsons themed bars.
Really?
Yep. So they've tried to pop up here in the States and they get shut down. Boom, like right away.
For legal reasons?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just
Trademark.
trademark
Copyright, trademark. Like, can't have it. Can't have a Moes Tavern. Can't have Duff beer. None of that crap.
Can you not open a Moes Tavern? Like if your name's Mo and you want to open a tavern?
You probably could, but you can't make it look like
Yeah.
Moes Tavern on The Simpsons.
Can't impersonate things from
Yeah.
the show.
But so in Central America, these things keep popping up because I guess The Simpsons is huge, from like Mexico to Argentina, like
Wow.
huge swath of land there. And they started popping up and they started going in and shutting them down and being like, look, you can't do this. But they kept popping up.
Are the Simpsons popular other places like that because there's so many episodes and it's been around so long? There's some that are like not like copywritten, or I guess they can't police that many.
Apparently, a long time ago in Mexico, they started dubbing them over in Spanish. And then all the other stations in the other countries started picking it up. Like, hey, this is good content. Let's run it. And they kept running it. And now it has a huge cult following of The Simpsons just in Spanish. And so it does pretty well. But these things are popping up everywhere. And it's finally gotten to the point where Fox can't fight it anymore.
Yeah.
They're like, there's just too damn many of them.
That long arm of the law does have a limit to its reach.
Yeah, and it has a hard time like
Keeping
competing.
up, yeah.
Well, at some point too, you're like, well, at least you're watching the shit. Like you're keeping the train running. Like,
They're bound to be making more money
on
the licensing of like the re-airs than it is.
It's gotten so bad that now there's a brewery down there that they've officially decided to allow to make Duff.
Oh, wow.
And now you can get Duff in many of these Simpsons bars, and at least they're making money that way. They're like, well,
Yeah.
we're gonna make a cut on this.
Yeah.
They can't deal with all the other parts, but at least they can make a little money on the licensed Duff.
What do you think Duff beer would taste like?
I've had a Duff beer in Universal Studios. They have a Moes there. They have the whole Simpsons land.
Yeah, but like, did they just take a Miller Lite and put it in a Duff can, or was it like brewed?
Well, that would be Duff Light. And Duff Light's not quite as good as full flavor Duff.
Okay.
Which has a.
And you've tasted these back to back?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was certainly more of.
But was it brewed like to be a
It's like
Duff
a Budweiser style.
Yeah.
But it was a little maltier than a Budweiser.
Beechwood aging?
There was definitely some Beechwood aging in there.
Of course. So it's an Ambev.
Duff's only the finest aging process. But yeah, I definitely went in there. I ordered myself a Duff Light and a full flavored Duff and sat there. Kids were like, "Dad, are we go?" No. This is the ride I've been wanting to ride ever since we got here.
Yeah.
It was a blast. But so yeah, apparently now all over Central America they have real Duff, and
you're like, I paid for this damn vacation. If I want to drink a beer, I'm drinking a beer.
yeah, like we are sitting. Where are we getting lunch? We're not eating until we get to Moes Tavern.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids.
Get it right.
They enjoyed it. They got crusty burgers.
There you go.
They were happy. Lard Lad donuts. They had it all, man. It was fantastic in there.
I've never been to like Disney World or Universal Studios or any of that stuff. Like, I can't imagine how just expense that has to go into taking like a family to something like this, because you got to do all the things, and you got to have all the branded foods and all the branded drinks and all the branded license like apparel and everything.
My company just notified us that we are going to Disney for like our national sales meeting.
Oh, wow.
Like later this summer. And as soon as my wife heard that, she was like, "Oh, so you already have one plane ticket to and from Disney."
Oh no.
And in her mind, that's enough to justify all the rest of the money.
$8,000.
And they gave us a discounted room.
Yeah.
So like I get a good corporate rate. So sure enough, we just extended. And the kids will be flying out there for 3 days.
We did Disney one time, and my kids are fine never going back, and I'm fine never going back.
I know people my age that go every year.
I know adults
still.
that go like without kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It would be hell if I didn't have kids. Like
my wife actually tried to convince me to do it without the kids. She was like, "How about I just come down and we do like 3 days at Disney?" And I was like, if I'm going to blow through all that money,
yeah,
I'm not going to come home to them being like, "I hate you so much."
Yeah,
you know?
for real.
How could you leave us here?
Yeah, like I can't do that. I was like, "Honey, we're bringing the kids." She was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "This is not debatable."
Well, and
it's not for me.
Because there's no way that she would end up being the bad guy there. Like, it's gonna come down to you
Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
No, I put the kibosh on that.
You want to save like a 3-night trip, like somewhere better for if it's just you and the wife. Like, you don't want to be hanging out with Mickey. You want to be like somewhere cool.
We just set up a weekend trip for our anniversary, and it's just us. And I was like, we'll go to the beach.
Yeah.
Like, we'll go hang out and just enjoy the time. That's more, you can go do adult stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a couple restaurants I want to hit. I got some things I want to do. That's fine. Can't go to Disney.
No.
That's so screwed up, man. May as well go to another kid's graduation while I'm at it. Just really stick the knife in, you know? Congratulations, Todd. Good job.
You've always been my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. You did it, buddy.
I'm so proud.
Yeah, junior high, here we come. It's just not good. So yeah, I get to spend a shit ton of money and not go to a Simpsons bar. I noticed there were 2 in Costa Rica. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to try to do a Central America trip around finding one of these Simpsons
cool,
bars.
dude.
I would like to go to Universal. I've never been to Universal, and I hear that's pretty dope.
It's pretty dope. I mean, they were always right from the jump. They were like, let's make rides.
Yeah.
So they made awesome rides, and then they built out some of the other stuff around it. Yeah, Universal's pretty cool, and that Simpsons Land is awesome if you're a Simpsons homer like I am. I mean,
Who doesn't? I mean, I haven't watched The Simpsons and I don't even remember how long, but it's still a great show. Like,
I watched an episode 2 weeks ago when it came out, and it was fucking hilarious.
yeah,
It was still spot on. It was great.
they figured it out and they don't change it up like SNL, you know, and South Park. They're just like keep replacing the broken parts, but just
stick to the same formula.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with the formula at The Simpsons.
I mean, that's just been on what 30 years now, something like that.
At least.
It's the longest running cable show
It's not cable,
network show
ever.
Yeah. I remember when at first it was like longest running cartoon and it beat out Cheers and all this other, just kept going. Hell yeah. And now it's not stopping.
Yeah.
It just got renewed for like 2 more seasons.
Why stop it?
I mean, if people are still watching and it's still making money, then it's a no-brainer. And it's a hotbed of talent.
Yeah.
I mean, all the
The writers and stuff, like that's where Conan came from and all these. It's like either Saturday Night Live or The Simpsons. That's where the talent comes from.
Yeah. But you still get like A-listers that, lend their voice on stuff from time to time too. Like they reach out, they've got the pull to be able to do things like that.
You looking for that, Troy?
Yeah, I was just seeing where we were.
I hear you. See, everyone's trying to do a little producing over here. This board is distracting.
I'd pay Troy to produce.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
What?
75 cents an episode.
I'm the talent.
Okay, then I guess he's out.
All right. Tough tits. I tried.
We could get Stu.
We
thought
tried
that's what
that.
That's right. We did
Tried that.
And then he became first Mike.
Yeah.
Real quick. We should play a new game. Here's a new game for you. Where in the world is Stu?
Oh, dude, that guy, he is literally traveling more in a month than I have in a lifetime.
So the last time he wasn't here, he was in Mexico. Mm-hmm. This time, I'll give listeners a clue. He said he's eating mud bugs.
Yes.
And he's drinking daiquiris from drive-thrus in his car while driving. Where is Stu?
Where is Stu?
I'll give you another.
Where will he be next?
Give you another clue.
Jail.
It's Louisiana.
Also jail.
In one text, he sent us 3 different places he was going, and one was to like London or something. I'm like, geez, dude.
The guy moves. Well, this week's edition of Where in the World is Stu is Louisiana, Baton Rouge.
That's a good place, though. One of my best friends from my last job. He went to LSU, and I would love to go there to visit for a football game or something like that. That place just seems like so much fun.
I'd like to check it out, but it's not like I'm not dying to get to Louisiana.
Fair. I think there's some places where you've been in New Orleans.
Yeah. Don't like it.
Really?
It smells like piss.
Yeah, it has some flaws, to say the least, but
yeah. Starting with they built it below sea level next to the water. The schmucks.
That happens.
It's any time where it's pretty much accepted that your body that you buried could float up because the water table is such a problem. Yeah, I'm not gonna put down roots.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the cemeteries they don't bury; they put them in the above ground ones.
Yeah, which is smart.
Mm.
How many generations did that take?
I mean, building below sea level isn't very smart, but really building at sea level isn't very smart.
Yeah, but they doubled down. Ooh, a little bit lower right here.
Yeah.
Let's put in the French Quarter.
You know what I don't want to have to do? Walk up hills. Okay.
Yeah.
Somehow it's all downhill here. We've done it.
We found the bottom.
It's all downhill in New Orleans.
Come on down.
There's no uphills. It's brilliant. I don't know how they do it.
We'll build these levees. Nothing could possibly get by these levees.
Except thousands and thousands of
Have you
drunkards.
seen the ocean? Kind of powerful.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
No, God is tough.
He's a tough opponent.
We give him that. Hey, Troy, you said you had a surprise for me.
I do have a surprise for you.
And you said I had to ask about it on the air.
Yeah, you know nothing about this.
Literally nothing, no.
So the wife saw this and thought of you, and she sent it to me, and I immediately fell in love with it.
Do I have to wear it?
No, you do not have to wear
Okay,
it.
Although
good.
you could.
Yeah.
So you're aware of what this is.
I'm aware.
Lee
of it
is
as well.
the only person I have let know about this.
So there's 3 people in the world who know what this
Yes.
is. Okay.
And you might have this, but I think if you had this, we'd already know about it because part of this gift gives you rights to certain things, and you haven't brought these rights up. So,
hold on. Hold on. I actually do own a little bit of land in Scotland. I do not own any land anywhere else, but I do own a little plot of land in Scotland.
well, why would you own land in Scotland?
Someone gave it to me for Christmas one year. I also own a star. The naming rights.
Now you own land in your home country of Ireland.
Canada? Oh. Yes. I got land in Ireland.
You are Lord Brendan Kennedy, Lord of Kerry. You and your wife both
right.
are lords. We have bought.
What is this? All right, I'm official.
You are official.
Oh, my wife got some land too?
Yeah, your wife is a lady, and you are a lord.
Are these 2 different pieces of land? Because I'd like to
all the
this.
I'd like to combine them.
I think it's all the same, and you can go online and look at your land. There's pictures of it.
Similar to the
You
star
have a
thing.
coat of arms.
What is
That's what I'm
up
saying.
with
You
all
could
this?
get the coat of arms tattooed, and then you could wear it all the time.
You gonna read it?
Oh, I'm reading it now. Oh, you want me to
Out
read it out
loud.
loud? From the recognized authority of the Lords of Ireland as owner of property on the one part and the person named below on the other part. Hello. This deed confirms admission into the society of the joint owners of our land in Ireland. As the owner in land of Ireland, the above is now specified as Tirana, which means both landowner and lord or lady. With this transfer of joint ownership, we bestow on you the right to use this unique title. So I'm a Tirana.
Your lord. That's the title.
I'm the Lord. I'm Brendan Kennedy. I'm a Lord of Kerry.
Yeah.
I have been to Kerry.
Nice.
I should not be.
County Kerry.
Yes. Been to Kerry. And, but okay, now, it's actually on the agenda for me to go to Cork in 2 years. Now I question if I need to push on through a little bit and head over to County Kerry.
Yeah.
And check out my piece of land. What should I do on my land?
Whatever you want. It's your land.
Well, the first thing I do when I buy a house is I pee in the yard. So I can assure you
That will happen.
I will pee on my land.
Yeah.
Now, I know that sounds frivolous, but that's a joy.
It is a joy.
That is a true joy of being a man, that you can just step outside and
I walk by my
Urinate.
bathroom and piss outside a lot.
all the time.
Yeah.
I get up, we're watching a movie. I
Yep.
walk out the back door. They're like, what are you doing? I was like, going to the bathroom, pee in the
Yep.
yard, come back in. They're like, you had to go past a bathroom
I'm
to
saving water.
to get to a better bathroom.
Yeah.
Same reason I passed McDonald's to get to Five Guys.
Yep.
So I've looked up where your land is for you. It would be adjacent to the Lake House, which is a bar that looks
course.
quite wonderful. And
You know how many schmucks they get in that bar who are like, I own land around the corner.
yeah, and then you're also adjacent to the estate of Stalnaker Bates, whomever that is.
Okay, for the record, fuck Stownicker Bakes. That guy's been holding down that little town for far too long. Now that I have land there, I can really push back on him.
Yeah, Kerry Estate, Lords of Ireland. It's a beautiful piece of property.
Troy, well played. I do not have this. Someone had given me some Scottish land, and I thought, Scotland.
Why would they do that?
Yeah.
Now I have land in Scotland. How do I transfer this deed to something in Ireland?
I'm sure your wife will greatly appreciate this gift.
Oh, she's going to.
You know that
When I slide this in over her diploma in the frame.
he's never gonna. Not a day's gonna go by where he's not gonna make her call him Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ironically, I already make her call me Lord.
Oh, well, this
solidifies
this will
it then.
just
Yeah, so
work
this,
right in.
this worked out well. But now
Did
I
your
got to
land
call her.
ownership in Scotland get you the lordship?
Well, I think it had it in. Here
I
with the,
denounced it.
Oh, okay, because it was Scottish.
If it's not Irish, it's crap.
That's right.
Well,
So she's the Lady of Kerry, and I'm the Lord of Kerry.
in Scotland, it looks like it's laird and lady.
Ah.
Yeah,
Gross.
you see, I never wanted to be a laird,
No.
but a lord.
There you go.
This
a
name
name
is special.
befitting of you.
Well, thank you to you
Well, here you
and the
go.
wife.
You're welcome.
Here's a little piece of information.
Did you find this at the Irish Festival?
No, we did not. Found it. She found it on like a Brad's deals.
So you got a good deal on this land.
Yeah.
That's fantastic news.
So this says however, there's significant differences between the noble title of laird and the noble title of lord. The English noble title of lord is a designation for the high English nobles. In contrast, the Scottish laird is not a noble in the traditional sense. Rather, it is a title that manifests that person's ownership of land in Scotland. So lord is noble, and
every
laird is just
schmuck
like a
who owns property
peasant.
is a laird.
Yeah.
So you could be the lowest class.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Gross.
I'm a lord.
Well, now you're
Always
both.
have been.
Yes, lord and laird.
Yes. Again, you need to start like consolidating. You'll be on your way to really amassing some land here.
That's what you need. You need me to start just layering titles.
I think
myself.
Lord Brendan would look great on your work signature email
Can you just attach the PDF of this to all of your emails?
with your coat of arms.
I should. So you're like, yep, that's my land and carry right there. You can refer to me as Lord or my preferred pronouns, dude, bro. Because dude, bro will always be my preferred pronoun.
Well, now you could just make it official and make all your pronouns Lord.
Lord bro.
I thought you
Lord-
only got to
Lord dude,
to
bro.
pick. You only get to pick two, right? Can I pick a third pronoun?
Come on, you really think there's rules? Think there's rules to this game?
Yeah, I absolutely
No.
think there's rules to this
No.
game.
If you can pick
All right,
made
well,
up
dude,
words,
bro, and Lord.
Yeah.
Lord Dude Bro.
Getting a tattoo.
Stop. I can only get so hard.
Well, that's going to last for more than 4 hours. And I have to go to a doctor. Seek immediate help. This is awesome.
Well, I thought you could get
Thank
a kick
you.
out of that.
I'm pretty excited. I am officially a lord. And now you all know. I'm better than you.
Now it's official. We always knew it.
Yeah.
It's Brendan walking into a room.
Hello, everybody.
It just like gold coins just falling out of your pocket.
Yes. Ooh, my lucky charms. I don't know.
Sounds did not make me laugh.
I don't know why I like that stupid air horn so much. Like I went through it, I was like, ooh, air horn. Save. That one is worth
one's
it.
Gotta have that one.
It's just cool.
Yeah.
Everybody likes it. That's what it sounds like in Ireland. Though you guys have probably never been to Kerry. So I'm from
You've never visited the lake house, have you?
yeah, I'm from well, originally I'm from Cork, but I've got land in Kerry now.
Yeah.
And right around 7:00 at night, dusk sets in.
Ooh.
And if you listen on the breeze, ever so gently in the distance, you'll hear the birds going. That's what they do.
Beautiful.
Is that that's what their native call?
Just very traditional
Yeah.
Irish sound.
So beautiful.
Ooh, is that a loon? It was a loon.
You think you're at a club in Miami, but no, you're outside in Ireland.
Well, that's what the clubs in Miami do. They're always trying to get that Irish
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
It's really
It's a very envious sound.
it's really quite beautiful. The loons of Ireland. Oh, it must be mating season. I'm going to enjoy that button. That one's going to be worn out.
Yeah. It'll stop working at some point.
Oh, I'm surprised the board's still working.
Yeah.
These things just fall apart.
They don't make them like they used to.
I don't think. Well, no, that's true. The very first one we got, the Radio Shack board,
Oh, yeah.
that lasted like 2
Tells you
seasons.
how old
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was when Radio Shack was going out of business. So I was.
That still tells you how old it was.
That's precisely when it was.
Love Radio Shack.
Oh, speaking of, happy anniversary.
Oh, yeah, it is.
This is coming out right around then. Our anniversary is technically, I think, April 4,
Yeah, somewhere around there.
but this will be coming out on the 1st. So
Is this 7 years?
so this would be the closest episode, give or take, to come out. So there you go. Yeah, this is 7 years.
We've completed 7 years.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's far too many episodes.
So,
Way.
like I said, I think y'all are like 35-ish away from 400.
That math would add up,
Yeah.
then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot
of
of
episodes.
talking into a microphone.
We got to throw a big party for 400. You haven't done one for
I know
100, 200, 300, anything.
Yeah, but everyone knows 400 is the magic number.
Good round number.
I'm trying not to like force y'all to do 500.
Well,
you can't.
We started off strong with the
Yeah, the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, 1 year anniversary.
Well, we gave a shit.
Yeah, it was different then.
You know, it was like before we were just hardened by the reality of doing a
All the
weekly
money we weren't
podcast.
making.
Yeah.
And just never seeing reward. Like,
Well, now we're so rich and famous. It's just kind of.
bro, I'm a lord now.
Yeah, you weren't. Back
Look at my
then.
trajectory.
Times have changed, my friend. Times have changed.
You've got new boards. Like it's
You
really
can
fancy.
You
around
can
here.
Venmo us now in
Yeah.
American dollars or euros, because I can use the euro.
Yeah. For when you travel back to your homeland.
That's right, because Ireland has stayed with the EU, not like those dirty fucking Brits,
Yeah.
which makes for a very complicated situation at the border there in Northern
imagine.
Ireland.
Can
Yeah,
imagine.
Yeah. So yet again, the Brits have decided to make shit more complicated in the motherland. Fortunately, Kerry on the other side of the island, very far from the craziness of
That's right.
Belfast. and
The
Northern
oppressors.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Yes, you're starting to use the right terminology. This is good. I watched a movie the other day from '93 because I'm timely. Daniel,
Just getting around to it.
yeah, literally just did a little Daniel Day-Lewis vehicle called "In the Name of the Father."
I've never heard of it.
Neither had I. And the Duke, for 3 years, has been like, best movie ever, gotta watch it. Best movie ever, gotta watch it. And every time I watch the preview, like the trailer, I'm like, that's a steaming turd.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't want to watch a movie less
Yeah.
than that particular vehicle. So I have avoided it. And I watched it the other night, and it's probably about 2.5 hours long. And I'll tell you that.
I have no patience. Like when I'm looking through Netflix, it gets over 2 hours now. I'm like moving on.
I originally misread it, and I thought it was I'm gonna change beers in 3 minutes. So, because we got to do a deli
Yeah.
right there at that time.
Yep.
So
Following.
I ended up watching this only because I did flip through Netflix, and I go, ooh, hour and a half. Somewhere in there, my calculations must have been way off, because that hour and a half, it must have been like 190 or something, and I was like,
Oh.
that's perfect. It's an hour and a half.
Why would something ever be listed as 1 hour and 90 minutes?
No, I think it was like 190 minutes total.
Oh,
And I saw
190.
I saw
So
the
that's 3 hours.
Well, I don't know what it was, but all I know is I saw the 90 and I was like, jackpot.
Yeah.
This is what I have time for. And I settled in, and like it starts out, I was like, okay, the first like 15 minutes are pretty good, and then it's like it starts dragging. I'm like, oh motherfucker. But then the second half of this comes out, and I'll be danged. This movie was brilliant, but my anger towards the British was just fed.
Yeah.
Just someone just shoveling coal in my hatred engine over and over again.
Just hot propaganda.
Oh, because the whole thing is set during the Troubles. And so like the IRA's bombing in London, and there's bombs going off in Ireland, and it's crazy. People are dying everywhere. There's terrorism all over the place. And then basically they set up these two Irish kids who are in London. They're like, you guys did it. And they had literally nothing to do with it. And they drag them through court and all these other, and then it just grows and balloons. And I'm like, these damn oppressors, these guys are screwing my people. And I just started getting madder and madder. And by the end, I felt pretty pissed off.
Nice.
Gotta be honest. And then Terrence goes and sends us $100, like within like 24 hours of my anger riling up. And I'm just like, and then it occurred to me, Terrence that's the British pub for one reason only. There's only one part of Britain that's worth a damn, and that's Liverpool. Because that's where the ferry from Dublin lands, in Liverpool. So there's more Irish in Liverpool than anywhere else in
So
Britain.
he feels your pain.
It is. So when the protests broke out over the people that were oppressed, like over the kids who were in jail for the wrong reason, they broke out in Dublin, all over Ireland, and Liverpool. And I was like, Forgiven. Forgiven, Terrence. That is right. You are Liverpool. I sometimes forget. He's
one of the good ones.
He's Little Ireland.
Yeah.
That's what they are. That's what that city is.
British
man.
Ireland.
Yeah, they're the good ones. So I had forgotten. And so, Terrence, I apologize. I think if you're going to go to a British pub on St. Patrick's Day, the only one that would be acceptable is one that pays homage to Liverpool.
There you go.
I'm sure he appreciates
The more you know.
Where is that one? Speaking of, we should do a deli. 40 minutes. Nailed it.
You had to be right.
I had to.
Yeah.
I was like, so Liverpool's the place to be.
Deli time.
Deli time. No, but I had
Deli
forgotten how
time.
Liverpool is the place. You went and got the good one, huh? True.
So Lee brought this deli this week, huh?
Lee brought us a beer from Aslan Beer Company, which is up in Northern Virginia and pretty well respected up there as one of the premier breweries in Northern Virginia. And I have to agree with that. Everything I've had from Aslan is better than most everything else.
Oh, this sounds amazing.
Yeah, on the average for me, theirs is in the plus category, and every beer I have with them,
That's what I'm saying.
hard to miss.
This is the Aslan Beer Company TT. T-E-E-T-E-E. It is sour ale brewed with tropical Skittles, banana, blackberry, kiwi, lime, and pineapple. 6.0% ABV. It's in a 16-ounce can. And when it says brewed with Skittles, it is trademarked. They use the real deal.
Yeah, and this is a funky looking can too.
Dude, this can looks like it's made for children.
I can't even tell what this animal is. It's just like cartoony fish looking things with these big googly eyes and horns and
Bright colors.
black and white zebra stripes in the back.
That's weird.
Yeah.
The black and white zebra stripes, and then it's 4 fish-looking things that are scaly and blue-green.
It kind of reminds me of Fruit Stripes gum.
Yeah.
Now, this has all the potential to be really good or really bad.
Yes.
It smells very tropical, skittly.
Yep. I can tell you, it doesn't smell like a sour. Now, I got to get past this first sip because this is going to tart me up and ruin.
I think Lee's face just turned inside out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the sweet from all the candy will cut the tart down, but maybe not. I'm scared to take a sip after you two.
Honestly,
No, it's great.
sip 1,
Yeah. Sip 1 hits you in the face.
but sip 2 really let the medicine flavor kick in, which was not what I was looking for.
A little more kiwi than I expected.
Yeah.
I would like a little more blackberry on this.
You know, funny thing.
That's wild.
In Kerry, kiwis don't grow naturally. I bet you didn't know that. Bet you didn't.
I'm shocked. I would have figured that latitude really would have thrived for,
Most people think that the tropical environment of Kerry, Ireland, would produce a kiwi.
Yeah.
But it actually doesn't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mostly good at potatoes and other legumes, I would say.
Yeah. Potatoes are a pretty strong flavor profile over there. I would say you get a lot of.
Do they ever have nice weather there?
Yeah.
Like, what's nice weather in Ireland?
A nice soft rain.
It's more of like a fine mist that just kind of
with the
envelops
sun
you.
poking out every hour or so.
Yeah, that is what we call a soft rain where I'm from.
We knew this was going to happen. I can't really get mad.
Yeah, it's a soft rain today. That's what you say when it's just that kind of fog in the air. That's a very soft rain.
I'd say on average maybe 7 days a year, like full sun.
Oh yeah, it's you never get a day that's sunny from front to back.
Oh God forbid.
Like that's not likely. You get a nice soft rain, but that's how you keep.
Not a lot of sunglasses being sold over there.
Still sell them. Still sell them.
That's not a hot market for nectar yet.
Yeah, nectar's not expanding.
They'll get there.
They have a
Climate change, Troy.
They have an Ireland model, and it's just clear.
Or it's got
Blue-
windshield wipers
blue
on
light.
it.
Windshield wiper.
Blue light glasses.
There's no smoke on them at all. That are almost clear.
Yeah.
The best. They're just coated in Rain-X.
Water just sheds right off of them.
It's the best.
All the apparel is Gore-Tex.
Yeah.
It's a soft rain.
Got to be that much rain because the damn place is so lush, isn't it?
But that's the soft rain really helps with that. It never gets burnt out because the sun isn't beating down on it. There's
Yeah.
always a little moisture in the air. It's similar to like if you go up to like Seattle.
Yeah.
Also famous for growing kiwis.
The kiwi crop the last couple of years has been sparse.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Has been sparse. But we keep planting them, especially on my little plot of land.
My one kiwi plant.
Kiwi farm.
Do you imagine just a fucking kiwi tree?
I need you to like find somebody over there, pay them, I don't know, $100 and have them just go plant a kiwi somewhere in Kerry
Yeah.
and just see what happens.
Kiwi tree.
What the fuck is this? Oh, that's Brendan's kiwi. Lord Brendan's kiwi.
Who's this carpetbagger who doesn't know what to plant here? Son of a bitch.
Hey, this is an island, okay?
Tropical one,
Yeah.
I thought.
Islands are known for their sun
Yeah.
and their sand.
When you go on vacation, where do you go? To islands.
Yes.
Duh.
How many times have you've heard me say this many times? Be like, today feels like island beer.
Yeah.
And I buy Guinness.
Yeah.
I love a good island beer. This tastes like Ireland. There's a lot of kiwi.
Yeah. I do like this though.
Do
First-
you?
Yeah. I mean, first sip, anytime you get a sour like this, it's going to knock your teeth out. But I think it mellows out. I want a little more punch to it. I don't know.
Is there banana in there?
It's not on there.
It does say, yeah.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, that's
A red banana,
actually
yeah.
the one right after Tropical Skittles.
Skittles, banana, blackberry, kiwi, lime, and pineapple.
Yeah. That's precisely what I'm tasting.
I want more blackberry out of it. Like that's what I look for out of sours. Is that
This is thicker than it should be.
and the banana would lead me to
Yeah.
think that.
It's like they pureed some banana in there instead of just
well,
like.
that's just the gumminess from all the Skittles. That
But it is. It's like I got a
Yeah.
puree vibe to
Yeah.
it.
All the sugar. Yeah, I wonder what it looks like.
yeah. Why don't we ever have like clear cups here so we can do this? I
don't
feel like
do-
every week we're all just like looking into a can, going, "Oh, I don't know."
Need to buy some 10-ounce clear cups to keep.
I don't do clear cups around here. It's low class, man.
Yeah.
Like a nice metal cup.
Yeah.
Okay, like pint glasses. We got M4K ones all over the place.
Oh, I literally have boxes of
Yeah.
pint glasses in the house, so I could bring out pint glasses, disposable pint glasses. See, I'm not entirely from Kerry. Part of me is American through and through.
Oh, jeez.
This is
This can is so weird looking. It literally looks like it's made for children.
It's a beer, Troy. What are
For
we in
children.
Louisiana?
Yeah.
touche. That was money.
Love you, Stu.
It's tart for sure.
Yeah, but I think it goes away. Like to me this doesn't I don't get any tart or sourness at this point.
You and I are not going to see eye to eye on this.
Yeah, I told you when I brought this, I said this is either going to be a hit or it's going to be a big miss.
Yeah, it's. Uh-oh.
It's tart and it's sweet. Uh-oh. Are we recording?
Oh, please tell me we're recording. I think. Yeah,
Are,
fuck
are
yeah.
we still
we're
recording? All right.
Yeah, I was just working on.
You mess around too much.
Producing.
What are you trying to do? Change the...
Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. This is the button.
Yeah.
Not the... Boy, they shouldn't give me a touchscreen.
There you go.
Yeah.
When I was originally hitting it, the timing would have been hilarious.
Just imagine that was, right.
We can edit.
Can we?
We'll fix it in post.
Yes, we will.
We'll get the producer right on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sold.
So much producing.
So who wants to talk about the TT?
I'll go first and hype it up to let y'all bring it down.
Please do.
When I look for a sour, this is about what I want. It does have
Hearsay.
a little bit more of that thicker puree, like you said.
You like that?
I typically would like a crisper sour, more along the line of a goes, which is like salty, lime, blackberry. Like that's kind of where I want it to be.
Yep.
This to me tastes like almost like an IPA thickness if it had the sour notes added to it. It's intriguing. I like the flavors. That first sip is a punch in the mouth and really kind of sets you straight. But after that, I think it mellows out a lot. I'll give this a 3.5, but that's strictly because I'm very high on sours in general. I recognize that that's probably going to be a stretch for most people, given some of the flavors in this.
All right.
You want next?
I mean, I'll go next because I think you're going to be. I'm leaning more towards Lee than I think you are. This is weird. I like sours. I'm with Lee. I like sours. And I do like the ones that kind of have a salt finish to them. This is sour front and sweet to me on the back end. Like, it just tastes very skittly and just very. My teeth hurt a little. Like,
yeah, it's very sugary at the end somehow.
It's a lot going on, but it's not a bad flavor. I would give this a 3. Not a 3.5. Maybe a little bit too much going on. It's like they just kept adding flavors to see
I do
what
wonder,
they could get out of it.
I do wonder if, like, take the banana out, and I wonder what we have.
It's exactly, and I'm a banana guy.
Yeah.
I seek out banana. I'm a banana ice cream guy.
Yeah. You like the Hefeweizens that have like that banana-y.
Love the banana. So you're a 3?
I'm a 3.
This right here, without the banana, would be a far better beer. That thickness is bugging me.
Yeah.
The sour, while it does hit you. It's got a little of that Will Smith in it. You know. It's got a little of that
too soon.
Unnecessary smack. You know, learn to take a joke, you fucking pussy. But sorry. Okay.
You are the joke.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I digress. That smack, though, honestly, I think the sour in this is very subdued in the grand scheme of things. I like the level of sour it has. If they would take some of that thickness of the banana out,
very full mouth.
It would come. It would be just better for me because I actually like that Irish Kiwi. I like some of those other
traditional Irish Kiwi.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just nice, you know. Little corned beef and kiwi.
Yeah.
So everybody has
Guinness with a slice of kiwi on the side.
If it's
Potatoes with kiwi sauce.
Yeah, dude, on a nice summer day, dude. That's what we do over
With
there.
a soft rain outside. What more do you want?
Yeah, ooh, soft rain. Let's get some kiwis.
Good kiwi picking weather.
That's right. The famine of 1847 when the kiwis dried up.
Not a kiwi to be had.
Drove the Irish from the land. It was a very sad time. Ended up having to eat potatoes.
Yeah.
The humanity.
Ground kiwi.
What are we? Northern Irish?
Yeah, gross. So, no, I think if the banana came out, it wouldn't be as thick. And it would allow those other flavors to come out more. Maybe even a little more of that sour. And because of the banana, my favorite flavor, it's a 2.5.
Yeah. I don't disagree with your rating of that. The banana flavor, that thickness is the thing that really holds it back from it being a above average crushable sour to me. Like, and
100%.
Sours and gozes are what I drink in the summer because I think that they're crisp.
But this doesn't have the refreshing.
No, I do not want that in the summer. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's lost the refreshingness, which is the beauty of the sour.
And a part of that for me is the saltiness that you kind of get from a good goze.
Which I'm kind of shocked you went 3.5 because
I think it's still like this to me is a great spring beer. That kind of transitional.
Average.
Yeah,
I think it's above average.
I'm putting it right at average. You're putting it above average. He's a little. I think we didn't kill it.
Did you go 2.5?
Yeah, it's a 3.
Yeah, sits right there. Easy math. I like those.
Yeah, that's very nice.
I would like to give a shout out to Apple for finally adding an abacus emoji.
Yes.
It made me very happy. All my strongly worded emails have finally gotten through to Mr. Cook. And I just want to say thank you.
Well played.
I love using that emoji.
Has it not always been there?
I don't know when it happened. I have noticed it
just recently.
And so, recently?
Yeah, I didn't even know that they had added it until you sent it out in the text message. I was like, oh, shit, there it is.
There's an abacus. Yeah. Well, congratulations. You've made it.
It's been a big week for me.
It has.
Did something else happen?
No, that's it.
Vice president.
That is true.
Vice President.
This is the VP of M4K.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal.
So locked in for the next 4 years with M4K.
So
Looking
actually-
forward to it.
You're not going anywhere.
Some respects, that sucks.
It's a lot of work.
yeah.
Yeah, because you want to be named those things, but for volunteer organizations, it's thankless. It's a difficult gig. You're not going to get paid. You're going to work your ass off. And
It's
you're
not
gonna,
completely
I think you'd be
thankless.
surprised how hard we work on this. How little we work on this. I should rephrase that.
I don't believe it for a second.
A lot goes into it, but it's they've got a pretty good copy paste at this point. We got a good program.
Hey, when was the last time you had to go to a meeting?
Last week.
Yeah, that's too much work.
Well, yeah,
It's March.
No,
mustaches never sleep, bro.
the good thing about M4K is when you're on the board, you get to go to give the big checks out, and that's the reward.
That is true.
That I've said it before. That is my favorite part of this.
by far.
I don't mind growing a mustache. It doesn't bother me. Whatever. Doing the costume thing, meeting up during the November at the check-ins, all that's fine. I don't care. The check stuff, when that stuff starts happening in December and January, that is my shit. I love doing that. It makes me so happy.
That's good. There has to be a high.
Yeah. It's definitely the one that I want, and I'm involved in a bunch of other little organizations here and there, but this is the
Lee
one
works
that
with
I'm
a
like,
lot of different.
I
He
want.
does. He does a lot of charity.
Yeah.
That is a dude
He's
who
better than we are.
But I've never denied that.
No,
I've never denied that. I'm not even going to throw you under the bus, Troy. I would say he's better than me. It's
And
up to
me.
you.
No,
okay,
and me.
good for you
Yeah.
for noticing that. You're very self-aware too. I noticed it as
Yeah,
soon as I met him. I was like, boy, no, there's a gentleman.
yeah.
Well, y'all have like kids. Y'all got other shit going on.
Oh, don't worry. I'm slowly taking you down to my level.
You think when we were your age we were volunteering?
Well, that's what.
Yeah, I was a bigger scumbag then.
I was way worse
That's
at
what-
your age than I am today.
So the M4K Godfather Dave Hogan, he said that to us a couple years ago, and he was like, he looked around, saw a bunch of young guys. He was like, man, y'all are so much better than I was at your age.
Yeah. That's
Back
about
Being
right.
involved, but
Yeah, I was told you the other day, if I ever got my hands on a time machine, I'd go back to the Covent Garden in 1845. You'd probably go back and like stop some atrocity or like help humanity.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna go like bang a bunch of
the tour guide with me.
of prostitutes in
You're
London.
Biff with the almanac. Like, I'm here to do work.
That's it. I'm gonna bet on sporting events. I'm gonna bang these whores.
Bang the good prostitute.
This guy's gonna be like, I did it. I took Hitler out.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know like seriously. What would be the one thing you would? Was there like an event that you want to be a part of?
An event that I would be in.
Like time machine. You get time machine. You get to go back and do one thing, or go forward. But is there like one specific thing that you wish you got to see live, like a sporting event or a concert, or like?
I mean, this is lame, but I wish I could have gone back and seen like Bob Marley in particular. He did a show in Africa where like he got like the two apartheid people who are running for South African government, and he got them to stop fighting and like hold hands, and he put on the whole concert for Zimbabwe. I wish I could have seen that. Like
That's pretty
that
cool,
would
though.
have been dope. But that doesn't do any good for humanity.
Well, it doesn't have to. It's just
Yeah.
like what's the
That would
one
have been
thing
me, like I'm jamming so hard. You know, like that's
Now
very
that you
selfish.
say that makes me think like I would love to go back to like the late 50s and be like a young adult and live through the 50s, 60s, and 70s and know like music. Like, so
Oh, yeah.
you could be like, oh, this band is opening, you know, no one knows who they are, but I know they're going to be great.
Go to the Beatles' first show.
Yeah, I'm going to go to
Exactly.
Liverpool and see the Beatles before they
Yeah.
came over
Yeah.
and got on Ed Sullivan.
Yeah, I think if you could pick like a time to be born, it's got to be between like 50 and 55 because you're just getting into like your teenage years as the Beatles come around. You're hitting your 20s, like Zeppelin's coming out,
Yeah.
Rolling Stones and everything. Like
I would have loved
talk
to
about like a
ex-
music timeline for that would be so perfect.
But like an event, like a singular event,
Yeah,
that's tough. Or do you go back and really do some good?
no,
Like, you know, you see that first time Hitler has a speech and you just shoot the dude in the head and you're like, nailed it. Like,
What if you were there for like the first few flights of the Wright brothers? Like, that'd been wild.
it's been wild to see. Yeah,
see, this is how like scumbaggy I am. Like, I'd like to just undercut them.
Yeah.
But
Like, you know how planes work. Like, you know the Bernoulli effect. Like, you studied it in school.
and then just go
You
back
are a piece of trash.
and be like,
I struggle
be
with
like,
that.
oh, Orville, what are you doing over there, buddy? Wilbur, are you guys coming up? Oh, I just got off the dune.
You see the
flew for 37 seconds.
You see the Boeing 737 of it built over here? Crazy.
Yeah, Brendan didn't just beat him. He beats him with like a jet.
Yeah. Oh, you guys stayed up for 10 seconds. I broke the sound barrier
Can
this
I put
afternoon.
this Dreamliner in the time machine
Yeah,
here?
it's 1902, and I have a Boeing 737.
Is it everything I touch gets to go back with me?
Exactly.
You touching a Ferrari and go back in time.
Yeah. This tank of gas. And this.
I will be undisputed.
Well, what would you do? You brought it up. You got an event.
Well, I like the idea, like the music thing. Like there's some interesting things that I think in terms of like concerts, how that changed like timelines.
like Woodstock, like to be, which is
Queen
tough
in
one.
Wembley Stadium. Like, could you imagine being there at something like that? Like, or to your point, Troy, like go to like Zeppelin's first show. Like,
Yeah.
Again, you know
They're
how it
playing
ends.
like CBGB or like some small venue.
Like, you know the trajectory, how it ends. I don't want to change anything. I just want to be there and feel it raw. You know, like that kind of thing would be cool. I don't know. Sporting events, seeing like Ted Williams play baseball would be cool shit. Like things like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, maybe go to Wrigley to see the old Tinkers Evers to Chance double play back in 1908.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Go to
Smell
Wrigley.
all the people that stink in the stands.
Go to Wrigley and go down the third base line and grab the guy in the blue hat and go, you're going to want to,
Sir,
you're going to leave right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bartman's like, no, man, I'm not going anywhere. Be like, trust me on
I'll
this,
give
buddy.
you $1,000. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of the seat.
I'm going to catch that ball.
Fuck you, Moises Alou. I never liked Moises Alou as a baseball player.
Loved Moises.
He was awful.
Nah, that dude was the best.
He ruined Bartman. He is the reason.
He could have caught that fucking ball.
He threw his hands up and was pointing at that dude like it was interference. Like, no,
It was
wasn't, dude.
interference.
No, it wasn't.
Clearly.
Okay, so you're anti-Cubs fan, but you're pro.
Moises Alou?
Yeah.
Love Moises.
I don't like him.
The guy used to piss on his hands to get a better grip on the
He's
bat.
not the only one. So.
But I'm like, I respect
no, it's not
that,
get better grip. It builds up your calluses.
Yeah.
that level of ingenuity.
It's pretty standard practice.
He started it.
No, his dad probably started it, who also played in the big leagues.
Yeah.
His dad pissed on Moises' hands. Gross.
Yeah.
His name is Moist Alou. What do you think?
It's Moises.
Yeah, that's Spanish for moist.
It's Irish. It's from County Kerry. He and I used to grow kiwis together.
Yeah,
See, Pujols went back to the
I did.
to the
1 year contract.
Redbirds. Yeah,
That's nice.
Is that just to end the career? Like,
I think he's going to DH.
but is that to ride out?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
just
probably.
as opposed to
retire.
doing the
Talk
1 day
about-
contract?
Yeah.
Talk about like an unbelievable Major League Baseball career. And I know you probably don't like him because of playing for the Cardinals for so long, but
He's one of those guys that I respect because he is so good.
Yeah.
You know, like I love Brett Favre because he was so good.
Yeah.
I hate Aaron Rodgers because he's such a prick.
Yeah.
I love Moises Alou. I mean, I love Albert Pujols because he was just such a badass.
He does
But
a lot for Down syndrome.
yeah, his
kids
kid's got
too.
one.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say he causes it.
I can't confirm or deny.
Who's that dude? But who I don't like, even though I think he's a Hall of Famer and awesome, I don't like Yadier Molina.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
I love him.
Yeah,
Because
He's got an attitude, and I get why.
that's exactly
Yeah.
it. Like
Well,
like
like,
Pujols.
when you
Pujols
have a
is
neck
very-
tattoo,
yeah.
you kind of
Like Albert Pujols is very like by the book. Like
That's what I'm saying. I can't argue
class
with
act.
that when I'm like, if you're a class act and you're dominating us,
Yeah.
congratulations. The same thing
tip the
like
cap.
Aaron Rodgers. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're a piece of crap,
But Molina-
and you're dominating. Yeah.
Molina
So like
doesn't do anything wrong.
everything.
he just beats that Cubs
Yeah,
ass.
he is so good at his position. I mean,
he's
it's
fantastic.
crazy.
No, like I would vote for him to get into the Hall of Fame, but I wouldn't vote for him to come to my dinner party.
You'd vote for him to be on your team.
In a heartbeat, you would.
Yeah. I'd be willing to if he was willing to change his
I mean,
color.
I
he's
couldn't
going
name the
down
last-
to one of the greatest catchers to ever play the game.
Yeah, David Ross is the last Cubs catcher I can think of, and I could not name another Cubs
Yeah.
catcher ever.
Sad.
I,
I mean,
Brendan can rattle off a bunch because he's a huge Cubs fan.
I'm literally just.
he's impressed I named David Ross.
David Ross wasn't. He was like a journeyman player.
Yeah.
Ended
He
up
won a
on the
World
Cubs
Series.
for a short little period of time, and we're
Got
all
that
like,
ring.
"It was all David."
I mean, he came to the Red Sox and won a World Series there too. So
Actually, when he came over, I was like, well, he is a winner.
Exactly.
You know?
Theo brought him with him. I'm pissed about that still.
Theo is the greatest ever.
He really is.
I actually was trying to get an Epstein jersey. I'm not kidding. I was going to get an Epstein jersey, like a Cubs jersey, and then I was like, well, that got fucked up.
Yeah.
It was literally
a T period Epstein instead.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, I was about to like order the thing, and then all of a sudden this whole thing popped off because I was thinking like, who's someone that will go down in my mind as probably the greatest Cub, and it's like in my mind it was Ryne Sandberg, but he didn't win the big one.
Few'd have.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, Theo is the one who came in and actually did it, and he is the biggest Hall of Fame GM ever.
Why wouldn't you get a Kerry Wood jersey?
I like Kerry Wood, but it just something about Epstein doing it for the Red Sox and for the Cubs, like to break the two biggest curses in baseball.
I mean,
I don't think there's a bigger feat.
There's not. Yeah.
Like I think that's the greatest.
You know what's weird? Cardinals have a guy, I think his outfielder named Sosa on the team this year, and it's weird seeing Sosa on the back of a Cardinals jersey.
That guy gets no respect. My Sosa.
Well, he went off the rails.
No.
Yeah.
The rails went at him.
Oh yeah,
It was
he
bullshit.
went all Michael Jackson.
It was bullshit. That dude, someone put a corked bat in his bag.
I for one am
believe it?
shocked. Nobody would ever do that.
No, I mean he was a mental case, but in that day and age, steroids was perfectly legit, and his infectious enthusiasm was phenomenal to watch.
You think too, like he had such a love and passion. Watching him run out holding the little American flags
every time he would run out there and he would run back in. Like he had so many steroids in him, he couldn't walk.
In every interview,
muscles only going 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Every interview was like, baseball has been very, very good to me. Like that's all he ever said. Yeah, and they did his kissing thing,
which is the coolest thing.
No, that's not.
I was growing up playing baseball around the time that Sosa and McGuire were having like their home run contests and all that, and like
we were in college.
Yeah, the I mean, you had two camps of kids. There were the ones that loved the Sammy Sosa, and you would see him doing like the Sammy hop, like after hitting. And you had the other ones that were just trying to crush balls, like Mark McGuire. And I was very much in the Mark McGuire camp because I hated
Bash
Sammy
Brothers
Sosa doing his little stupid little hop out of the.
I know,
out of the
so
batter's
stupid.
box.
No, I mean people hate
Not
happy
efficient.
people.
I'm a happy person.
Apparently not.
You don't think
Just hated
McGuire
him.
was happy?
And I hated Moises Alou.
I remember when McGuire was a skinny little man because I was living in Arizona at the time. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I did some time in Arizona.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And the A's would play there, and so you had Canseco and McGuire. McGuire was
Bash Brothers.
He was this skinny little dude,
But he hit bombs.
yeah, and he hit bombs. And then you had Canseco, who was like getting bigger and bigger every year, like really getting
The
big.
trainer's like, and you need a different size hat this year too?
Yeah.
What?
And McGuire wasn't getting any bigger, but he was lockstep with
Yeah.
Canseco. So I don't think he was juicing at that time. He was this little tiny dude. And I remember he was such like a fan favorite, like come over and hang out with the kids and like sign autographs. He was a real stand-up dude to all the little kids that would hang out there. He always, end of every game, before every game, he would come out, talk to us. Like, that dude's awesome. Canseco was a prick right out the box.
What?
I know.
I'm not even sitting down, dude.
But so, like, I'll never be anti-McGuire because I just saw how this young, happy-go-lucky dude who just got caught up in it.
Look at us covering 1998 baseball. Just what the listeners want.
That's really our sweet spot, honestly.
It is. I like steroids.
Yeah.
Steroids are great.
It was fun for the game.
It saved the game.
It literally did.
Yeah. Well, now they're not going to test anymore. That's
Oh,
part
really?
of the new collective bargaining agreement.
We're back.
I've always taken the angle of if that's what you want to do it.
I think it puts players who don't want to take steroids in an unenviable position because now you can't, not necessarily can't, but you have a competitive advantage that you're competing against.
Agreed.
And that makes it challenging.
It does.
Step up, nerd.
Well, there is that.
Baseball's
just be-
already so hard. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so hard to get into. Like, it's crazy hard.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Every little leaguer thinks they're going to be a pro baseball player. It's like you probably won't even make your high school team.
Yeah.
Well, right, steroids. Anything's possible.
Well, that's why I got my son on a regimen early.
They don't test on the VSHL.
You absolutely should. Yeah, this kid's got just hair everywhere.
Size 25 neck.
It is crazy though. Like my 12-year-old plays in a 12 and 13-year-old league, and there are kids that are 6 foot tall that shave, and it's wild.
Yeah. I remember the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
The first time I encountered that playing, and I looked around at my teammates, and all of us are like baby face, and here's like 4 dudes from Florida with like beards, and we're like, oh, we're fucked. This is not gonna go well.
We're in trouble because my out of shape dad can beat us. And these kids are still youthful.
Yeah.
All that testosterone just raging.
Yeah, that was a fun tournament.
Get your ass handed to you
Every game, dog. We were down in like Myrtle Beach playing.
You see those dudes climb up on the mound 15 inches above you, and they're already
6 foot. And I'm at 12. I was I don't know, like 4'11" probably.
Yeah.
Like I was tiny. Yeah, they that tournament did not go well. That was the first one we played like longer bases too, like full 90-foot bases. And man, it felt like I was running for a mile to get between home and first base.
Big jump from 70-foot to 90-foot bases.
That's brutal.
Sorry, I was thinking about the first whooping I took to Delray football team. You know who rocks the doghouse? Delray rocks the doghouse. That's what I remember. We were playing in the Ramona Bowl.
I never played youth football, but football does sound worse to take a beat. Like I've been on a baseball field and
you don't get physically beaten.
Yeah, you don't get physically beaten while you're getting beaten. But football, you literally get the shit kicked out of you while the sport is kicking the shit out of you. Like while the score's going up, like at least on the baseball field, you're getting teed off on. Yeah. You're down 15-0.
Oh, cool. Another homer. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But you're not like taking a physical beating.
Yeah.
We had dominated the nerds in the suburbs of Arizona.
Yeah.
You know? And then we got to go to the Ramona Bowl in California.
Oh, yeah.
Like we went there and
play some South LA kids.
We went to Delray, Florida.
Oh.
They travel a long way.
They flew across the country to whoop.
That's how you know they're serious.
Yeah, like the team we played first, we beat like handily. And then we got to the big one, the Ramona Bowl. And I remember they came out and the chant was, Delray rocks the doghouse. Delray rocks the doghouse. And they just came walking out stomping and clapping. And we were like,
they had like the epitome of like getting off the bus vibes.
Yeah. And they came out in unison, stomping across that field. And they came out to the center, and we're all like, we don't even have like a high five.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even have a handshake with these guys.
And I've heard in football, from the first snap.
Whether you got it or not.
Yeah.
We didn't know in the first snap, but we knew in the first series when they hit our quarterback and snapped his leg at the knee straight back up so his foot kicked him in the balls.
Oh, my God.
That's when we were like, Robbie's down.
Robbie probably never played football again.
I'd like to go back to Arizona, please.
Yeah.
If we leave now, we can beat the traffic.
Yeah. The first play, we still thought we had it. But that first series ended when they snapped Robbie's leg in half.
Wow.
And we were like,
just Joe Theismann that shit.
Dude, like literally. I mean, it was the most traumatic injury I've seen on a field. And I was like, boy, Delray is rocking this doghouse. So
I am the dog in this house.
Do you remember the final score?
No.
Blocked it from his memory.
I can tell you this. It wasn't close.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It was
Did
never
y'all score a
close.
touchdown?
I think we did. Because I vaguely...
You think they were like all
garbage
offense,
time when they put the third string in?
No, I think we did get a score.
The little sisters played.
Yeah.
But we were getting just...
Special needs manager got to play a couple snaps at quarterback.
I mean, I remember going in and being like, I don't want to go in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the last game I was so fired
What
up
position
to
did you
go
play?
in. They had me on the line.
That checks out.
Defensive line.
Okay. I was going to say, so you gave up the sack that crushed your quarterback.
No. I was going in to
yeah.
get their quarterback.
Yeah.
But my coach was so bad. Like he never explained to me that the goal was to like hit the dude with the ball.
Yeah.
He told me my job was to flatten the guy in front of me. He never told me step 2.
All right, I did that. Now what?
No, so I would flatten the guy in front of me, and then plays would develop.
Mm-hmm.
And you
just watch.
stand there.
And they'd be like,
No spectator sport, Brendan.
put Brendan on the bench. Like, he can hit that dude, but they never bothered to tell me, chase that son of a
You
bitch.
should have been an offensive lineman then, because then it's just pancake and you can just lay on top of them.
Yeah, then the
Yeah,
then the play is over.
I would have been pretty good at that.
Yeah.
And I had good hands, but I didn't pay attention much. So that was
that checks out.
Yeah, no, it was a bit of a problem, I was the one chasing the butterflies in practice, so
And not the ball carriers.
not the ball carriers.
Meanwhile, Del Rey was running like 7v7s all year long.
But you know what I was good at? Was special teams, because they told me.
You're special.
Yeah. But because they said this is a very easy job. Whoever catches the ball, kill him.
Murder, yeah.
Go full speed and murder.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, this is one I can do. And I would haul ass down. I was a missile. And I would crush the guy and be like, I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Like that felt great to me. I was really good at that. So they always put me in on special teams. I didn't do too well against Del Rey. Those kids were fast. Like really fast. My chubby little ass was tearing down the
You
field.
typically don't see like a defensive lineman doing a lot of like serious
Gunner.
punt cover. Yeah, as a gunner on a punt return.
Well, I wasn't big enough to be a defensive lineman, and I wasn't small enough to be a special teamer, but I was closer to special teams than I was to defensive line. But I did a really good job of hitting people. Like I would get angry. I was mentally tough, physically very weak. Very weak.
Yeah.
It checks out.
Yeah.
All right, I changed what I want to do for the time machine. I want to go back to that, and I
just
want to watch that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That you're a fucking disgusting man. You're gonna go
Lee
watch.
and I just over on the sideline with popcorn, just laughing
Bringing a
our
flask
ass
of
off. Yeah.
Might I recommend showing up after the first series?
No.
It is disgusting.
It's just seared in your brain. Like you can see it if you close your eyes.
Dude, his leg snapped.
Audible. I guess
yeah.
you weren't on the field. Like if you were.
There were a lot of. I was on the bench.
Yeah.
So clearly, yeah,
I assumed that was the case.
yeah, I rode the bench through most of my sporting career. For an elite athlete, world class athlete, I wasn't recognized till later in life.
Yeah, late bloomer.
Yes, very much the ugly duckling. But yeah, I think we heard it. I mean, it was more of a crunch than a snap because there was a lot of impact going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't a solo hit. He'd been hit. He was hit twice.
Multiple
Yeah,
ways.
two dudes had him. One of them
Like kind of tabletop him almost.
Different,
Yeah,
going
it
in
was-
different ways, going in different directions.
Jeez.
His body went 2 ways. His leg went a different. So it was actually 3 directions.
That dude's moving in 3 dimensions.
It was pretty impressive. A long ride home for him.
Well, the ambulance to
Yeah.
the fucking ER.
He definitely took the ambulance out of there. He was gone.
He left the
That
game
sucks.
early.
How old were y'all?
It was probably like 12.
Man, that's brutal.
It was not good. It was not good. I don't know if he ever played again.
I'm
No.
gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a
If
limb
you
and
get
say
that
no.
kind of injury as a 12-year-old, you're like,
Yeah.
Ma, Dad, this ain't for me.
I mean, you're still growing.
Let's
Your
do
legs
curling.
probably all- Yeah, your legs all jacked up as it's trying to grow. You're hitting puberty. like
God, yeah.
I got one long leg and one short leg.
I saw
Just bumping around town.
Yeah, just walking in
What happened to
circles.
Johnny
Yeah.
at the high school prom? Old football injury.
it was Robbie.
I didn't want to, throw his name out there. He might be a listener.
I don't think he's. He still probably just hears ringing.
He just hears those cleats coming.
It says tinnitus.
It's just tinnitus and waking up in a cold sweat. Oh, Del Rey.
Grabbing at his broken leg to see if it's still there.
Nothing scares him more than a dog
feel my
barking.
Yeah.
Fucking Del Rey rocked that doghouse. There's no doubt about it. How did we get on?
I have no idea.
So you'd go back in time and see the Del Rey game.
I might. I don't know. I just think it'd be fun to see 12-year-old Brendan as a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Like that'd be worth the price of admission
I would like for you to go to the game before the Del Rey game
to see you shine.
because I injured a kid in that one. I hit him so hard on special teams that he didn't get up, and my shitbag coach grabbed me by the face mask, screaming, "That's how it's done!" Spitting
Yeah.
dip spit into my fucking mouth, in my face, and I'm like, "I did it!" The big scary guy thinks I'm cool.
They don't make coaches like that anymore.
That's all it was. It was just dip spit in your
yeah.
face, grabbing face mask, yelling.
So was playing football like your idea, your parents' idea? Like, how did that happen?
That was definitely my idea at the time. I really thought this is what I should do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bear, you know. Like I felt like I should be out there doing it, and then those guys really turned me off to the sport, man. Those
Was that the last year you played?
Yeah.
Oh, the coaches turned you off, not Del Rey.
No, Del Rey we could have dealt with had we been better coached. These coaches
Really?
These
This is how you still feel.
when you smell beer and dip on someone's breath at noon on a Saturday, and he's
Okay.
grabbing you.
I want you to check yourself on a Saturday.
I zinned. No, to the point, even like when I played flag football all through college, I thought you had to have a dip in.
He thought it was a requirement.
Basically, in my mind, that's how football
Like
players play.
cup check and dip. And
People were always like, "You have a dip in while you're playing," and I'm like, "That's how football's played."
Yeah.
Stop being a
Comes
weirdo.
with a uniform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this is standard procedure.
Okay.
It's badge for my lip.
That's right.
So you hung it up. The cleats got hung up after that game.
No, I went to flag football.
Well, okay, but as like a child though.
Yeah,
You didn't play again until college.
Yeah, everything after that was just like recreational football. A lot of
Would you play today?
football today?
Like a flag football game?
Yeah. We're putting a Pallet House flag football team.
Yeah, I
together.
would. I
Yeah,
would.
I would not.
I mean, I still enjoy it. I'm just really slow.
I just I do not have a fear of getting injured. Like it prevents me from wanting to do anything anymore. Like I just don't care to do it. Like I'd rather not.
Yeah. I agreed to play in a soccer league.
Soccer's asking for it.
Dude, I couldn't tell you the last time I played any kind of organized soccer. It would have been literally as a child playing like real soccer. I played intramurals in college, but that was a decade ago. The first 5 minutes, I was like, yeah, I'll go out here. I'll play like defense. Like that's what I want to play.
Yeah.
I'm running all over the place, and I'm like making tackles and like kicking the ball and doing the thing,
Clearing it out.
And I got back to one point. I was like, "Whew, I'm tired." And I look up at the clock, and I was like, "It's been 3 minutes."
Yep.
And these are like 25-minute halves, and I was like, "Sub
out.
Yeah, you're built for podcasting.
Yeah.
This is definitely more your speed.
Yeah, it was an awakening.
Oh yeah.
That was not fun.
Yeah, if you get out of it, you know, that screws
I
you.
absolutely forgot how much just constant running and like short burst sprint
And
soccer
stopping.
is. Yeah, and so it's a short field too. It's indoor.
Yeah.
So you're not running a full field at least, but in some ways I think that'd be better because I could just kind of like jog,
Trot. Yeah.
But that's always the beauty of like flag football and such. It's bursts.
Yeah.
You know, you
But
get
that's
a
what
break.
scares me now. Like
Yeah.
me bursting and
Do
like
you think your
ripping a
hamstring can,
hammy. Yeah.
can
Like
take that?
blowing out an Achilles, or like making one cut and like my
You talk
knee
about-
going the opposite direction.
I could tell you the other day I was walking up a hill. I'm walking up a hill. I don't want to exaggerate what was happening here. And I felt my Achilles, this like shooting pain go, and I'm like, oh snap, this hill is really good. And so like I started hobbling.
15% grade?
Yeah.
Who signed off on this hill?
But it just, my Achilles ached for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I kept like just stretching it, but not too much. Like,
Yeah, you don't want to push those limits.
yeah, I was like, just stretch it a little. And I finally got it back to good. But I still think there's a time bomb in my right Achilles.
Yeah.
So-
because I was literally, and it wasn't like I was going up, I wasn't hiking, mind you.
Yeah.
I had left my friend's basement.
You went down the driveway to get the mail, and you
No,
come back.
I went out my friend's back door, and I went down the little grate in his yard, and I turned around and walked up and went, shooting pain.
Where's the sniper? I feel him.
Yeah, he got me. Got me so bad.
I'm hit.
So, talk about like traumatic injuries to watch. Somebody blowing out an ACL, it sucks to say, but you see it in dang near every football
Yeah.
game. Like it happens.
Basketball happens.
The kid from Louisville that snapped his shin in
Oh, my
half
God.
years ago.
I
like-
never watched that. Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that
That's-
was brutal. That's when he came down on it, right?
And you
Yeah,
see it
yeah.
in soccer. It happens. I watched a dude actually for Liverpool back in the fall. Just planted his
The
foot wrong.
best city in all of England.
And shin snapped. And it's always the thing when they pick the leg up and the
Yeah.
part that dangles that shouldn't
Yep.
dangle is bad. But I remember watching, it was a Red Sox baseball game. They're playing in Toronto, and a dude is rounding second base, and his Achilles pops. And he ruptures. And
Yeah.
you see it physically like
Shoot
retract
roll
Yeah.
up.
the leg.
Shoots up like a rubber band.
That was bad. And I watched a guy in a game that I was playing in tore his bicep, and it was the same thing. Where he was a big, strong dude,
just shoots down.
Big biceps, and all of a sudden it's just shriveled up, and it's just all up here in his arm. And what happened was he swung and he extended a little too much, and it just popped at the elbow basically. And watching that, I mean, I wanted to vomit. I was like, I'm not cut out for that.
Sealy showed me a video the other day of a dude doing preacher curls.
Oh no! I've seen that,
and it just snapped and rolls up, and you can see it roll up. And now every time I'm in the gym and I'm doing preacher curls, if I feel any amount of pain, I'm like, oh no, it's going to happen to me.
It's happening.
Because I'm curling 25 pounds.
I'm pretty sure that dude had like 125 going on or something.
Yeah, I literally just have the 25-pound plates on there. And I'm like, I think I'm pushing it.
Yeah, there's some injuries you see that definitely get seared in your brain. They don't go away.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to see those.
I've seen some shit. I've told you all the story about the kid who got run over by the tractor.
Yeah.
So we won't have to rehash that one. But then I saw a guy one time go by in a panel van, but like a 70s badass panel van, not like a white panel van.
What was painted on the side?
I don't recall there being a painting on the side, but
I'm just hoping for like a sick mural.
The mural was on his arm.
Okay.
Nice. He had his arm hanging out the window, and he had tattoos, like just badass tattoos, like all
sleeved up.
Arm. And this is back in like 80s or early 90s, so it's like you don't see as much of that. Like that's
you see it every day now.
Yeah, but back then it was an anomaly.
Oh, yeah. Tattoos are for sailors and for
motorcycles.
Bikers,
yeah, and that was it. I assumed this guy was a biker, and he must have had his Harley in the back of the van,
as one does.
And then he went by us, and I thought, that's a badass arm. And then we came upon this wreck, and the van is smashed, and his arm's laying there with the tattoos. And I was like, oh, snap, there's all that money in them tattoos.
Gone.
Just laying there. Like the glass had shattered, and it just severed it. Somehow it severed his arm.
Jeez.
It's disgusting.
My buddy sent me the video of the kid that died on the drop zone ride the other day.
Refused to watch it.
And I didn't know I was watching it. And I was like, dude, why did you send me that?
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
It was awful.
I hate those rides as is.
Yeah.
I hate drop rides. I'm like, that's not exactly fun.
And he didn't fall from the top.
I heard it was about halfway through.
No. It went all the way down, and when it stopped, it shot him out like a rocket.
Yeah, but he's got all that momentum
Yeah.
down.
Oh, fuck me. But where did it stop? At the bottom?
It stopped at where it normally stops, like a third of the way up. Like it drops.
And then it slowly
comes
down.
And when it went to the part, he kept on going at whatever speed they were falling at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not great.
I don't want to see that.
That's not great.
He didn't live. Spoiler alert. I should have said that. Sorry.
I'm trying not to react because you're this straight-faced douche, man, when you do that.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
What's so funny?
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Come again, Troy?
They got a big net for him down there, right?
No net, just concrete.
Oh, shit.
Just concrete. Like soft concrete.
Not the soft concrete you know and love.
like wet.
Yeah. Not like a soft rain.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. You're a fucking piece of shit.
He's just spitting the truth.
I just said, what happened? You're the one laughing at it.
Because you're deadpan fucking delivery, dude. He didn't live. It just, like, that should be a drop. He didn't live. Like, it's just the way you delivered it. I don't know, dude. I don't know why it's... I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at
Okay.
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
Jesus. I feel like the last couple times I've been over here, something has broken me every single time.
It's horrible. What were we talking about?
We haven't talked about any of the topics we wrote down.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Nude chick in a hospital. Oh, this one's up Troy's alley because this is funny about the guy.
Does a kid die?
No, it's just another guy dying. The jet ski burst.
Oh, that was a wild. Did you hear about that, Lee?
No.
This seems like something Troy would laugh at.
What was the headline? The headline was wild. It was like,
Whose man saves jet skier and then shoots him.
yeah.
So there's this guy. There's these two people on a jet ski in South Carolina, and they're tearing around.
Sure.
As jet skiers do.
In
like,
South Carolina, especially.
Yeah. Oh,
And there's like a so there's
Lake or where are we?
lake.
yeah.
Hartwell?
Sure.
Kiwi?
I don't know.
Wiley?
It's one of those lakes.
Yeah.
Freshwater.
Most of them are.
Yeah. So that's how
Not the saltwater lake.
not the saltwater lake, the
Yeah.
fresh one.
Yeah.
over
Sure.
in the South Carolina part.
Okay.
And so this guy's jet skiing around. I guess he
Just whipping it.
he wrecks his jet ski.
He throws himself off, basically.
Sick. Does it got
But-
the clip on it so it like cuts
No.
off?
It doesn't.
Like the total
Well, it
schmuck.
does. He
Yeah.
just didn't have
Yeah,
it on.
exactly. Yeah.
Like the schmuck he is, he has it running.
I don't need the safety.
So there were two people on it. though.
Yes, he
Yeah.
throws his girlfriend and himself. She's young. She's about 19 years old. And he's
Strong swimmer.
He's a little older. He's in his 30s. And there's this old, like 78, 79-year-old guy.
I don't think they said, but I'm guessing he wasn't wearing flotation.
I don't know. He was flailing and they were hurting. And this old couple in a pontoon boat saw them and was like, "Oh shit, they're down!" And the jet ski's spinning in circles, just running in circles. And this old guy in the pontoon boat goes over and he pulls her in, saves her, pulls him in, saves him, and then the guy gets completely belligerent.
The guy's like, "We got to get my jet ski," and the older guy, the pontoon guy's like,
I mean,
Not
I'm not
worried
putting
about-
my boat next to
"Yeah,
that.
yeah." Like, there's no way to stop that. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
let
not.
it burn
I'm in
out,
a
bro.
pontoon boat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna get closer so it can clip us. Like, no, screw you.
So the guy's a complete psycho and he's screaming and yelling. He's pushing the old man. And the old lady's freaked out. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you're going to kill Todd." And finally, like, the guy kind of like gives up and he's like, takes him over near the jet ski, I guess. And the guy jumps in after the jet ski and starts drowning again.
Oh, I thought he pushed him in.
No.
I heard the guy pushed him in because he kept being aggressive, and he just was like, "Fine," and pushed him back in.
I didn't read that.
Oh,
but I don't know. You may be right. But
Yeah.
either way, he had to go save him again.
Okay.
So he goes and saves the guy again. And this time he
Jet
pulls
ski's
him.
still going.
Yeah.
This time he pulls him back in, and now the dude is like even more pissed off
Just inside.
and belligerent, and goes after the 79-year-old man to like kick his ass. And the 79-year-old man, after saving him twice, just pulls out a gun and shoots him
Shoots him dead.
right there on the boat. So he saved him twice, killed him once.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
He's
real
on the-
stat that matters.
He's on the plus side of the ledger.
Now here's the best part. In the second article that I read, they interviewed the young girl, and she was like, "I don't know who that demon was that was on that boat, but the only defense that old man had was to shoot him."
Oh, wow.
And she
Holy
totally
shit.
backed him up. And so now no charges are being pressed because
So she just saw him going off the deep end.
the dude's
Like,
girlfriend was like, "I've never seen," that was her word, "I've never seen that demon before come out of him.
Wow.
He had to kill him or he'd be dead right now."
Yeah.
So she completely backed him up. And she's the girlfriend.
So you know she's not being biased
No, if anything, she was going to be like, that old man shot,
for no reason.
shot Mike, and that's not cool.
Jeez.
But he-
R.I.P. Mike.
Yeah, but she was like, no, that's how that had to go down.
That
Like,
is insane.
Probably a Chad.
The fact that, I mean, all right, that's wild to me that the guy was like, "All right, I'll grab you out the water a second time. It's cool. We should be good now. Recognize
Yeah.
that you can't swim,
yeah.
and I just
Yeah.
saved you a second time." And the dude is still like flailing at him, like,
And to the point where she's like, yeah, he probably had to shoot him.
I wonder if he was drunk. Did she talk about that?
That doesn't sound like drunk to me. That sounds like meth. Something
Or
like
yeah.
That
yeah.
sounds like a drug. You know, some kind of drug that's got you
Yeah,
riled
but
up.
see, you're not a violent guy who drinks, but some people do get violent when they drink, you know?
and having spent plenty of my time in South Carolina and on lakes, that's a pastime, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Boating in some manner. And,
Getting intoxicated while you're boating?
Hammered.
Yeah.
So I believe all parts of that story.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe that some demon came up out of him.
And you can see, I mean, I've been around water my whole life. I could see a guy spending $8K on
easily,
a jet ski and being like, damn it, that's, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not losing that.
I'm not losing it.
Dude, just let it burn out of gas.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you have to do. Like, just be patient.
You can't get near it.
No.
I mean, especially if you're in the water.
Yeah,
you don't
what
want
are you
that thing
going to do? You're
smacking
gonna, like,
into your face.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see how he thought that was going to work out.
He obviously wasn't thinking clearly.
No, of course not.
Well, for starters, put the clip in.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's why the clip's
He literally
there.
could have
Put
done
on a
that
life
and,
vest.
and stopped all of this from happening.
Yeah,
You put on a life vest. You wear the
What am I
clip.
gonna look like a fucking loser with a life vest on?
yeah,
Yeah, true.
You right.
How are you going to see this sweet bullet hole?
yeah.
What if he had been wearing a life vest and that somehow like stopped the bullet? Like, wouldn't that be a fucking story?
Yeah, but it's not the story. Troy, you want to tell him what happened?
He died.
Yeah, I got that.
He didn't live.
Dude, that's Troy's. That's Troy's like tagline.
It's not. That was a pretty good podcast anymore.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah, he died.
He did.
Yeah.
I got another death story for you. While we're burning through things, do we have time?
Yeah, we got time for everything.
Nothing but time.
Well, we're at an hour 35.
I mean, I was 3 hours. That's the standard here.
This is the last story I'm going to volunteer.
All
Here. Because I find this shit interesting. You'll find it hilarious because someone died.
I'm not the one that was laughing. That was you two. I'm stating facts, and you two are chuckleheads are over here yucking it up.
You know what you did.
I did nothing.
You're not a fucking
I'm reporting
saint.
facts.
Don't talk
That's
to me.
what I do.
Okay, Will Smith, you're wrong.
Yeah.
We'll just touch on that like that
Oh,
without
man.
ever telling anything. Because this comes out a week later.
Yeah.
Story.
Curious to see how this unfolds.
You know what's ironic about this whole thing is literally Will Smith's mom moved him out of East Philadelphia because of all the fights
That's right.
to Bel Air. And
Bel
then what's
Air,
he
yeah.
do? He starts bringing fights to Bel Air. That's messed up, man.
It's also messed up that the dude made a career of not cussing, and then he's dropping the F-bomb left and right in prime time. Like,
Ever since he became a Scientologist, he's different.
he is an undercover Scientologist, right?
I don't think it's undercover
Oh, really?
anymore. Yeah, I think it's out there now.
They condone open hand slaps on primetime television.
Respect though for the slap. Have you ever slapped another man?
No, because why would you do that?
I have open hand slapped 2 different men in my life.
Why?
That checks out for
Because
you.
I
Yeah, that
find
does
it
check
to
out.
be the ultimate like disrespect.
Yeah. You put your gloves back on afterwards.
Yeah.
No, just like literally like was in a conversation like something got annoyed, but like I didn't want to like.
You
But
didn't
how
wanna,
old,
throw
how old
hands.
were you? How old were you? Were you a
It was like
53-year-old
3 days
man?
ago, dog. It's dude
I
up
mean-
at 7-Eleven.
No, this was probably in like my probably teen to early 20.
Yeah, you don't do that when you're 53. Like, it's ridiculous.
No, I find the slap to be like there's only a couple of things that are so the number one most disrespectful thing you do is just spit in someone's face, right?
It's pretty bad.
That's the one. Like that's the for me, that's the number one with the bullet.
Like if somebody does that to you,
You're
it's
seeing
game
red.
on.
I've spit in a man's face.
Oh.
Literally
Man, you've done all the petty shit.
I do all the
You are a
petty
petty
shit.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
If it's disrespectful, you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one time we were in an argument and I was just so pissed off and I was like, I'm not even sure how to deal with this.
Wow.
Right in his face. Now you know what he did?
Beat the shit out of you.
Horribly disrespectful. He swung at me.
What?
Yeah, I hit him back.
What are these? The consequences of my actions?
You're telling me I can't go around spitting in people's faces without getting hit in the face?
I think it's the single most disrespectful thing you can do. And I was thinking,
And you saw the result.
And you
of that.
did it.
yeah, because I was like, it's obvious we're going to hit each other.
Yeah.
This much is
I'm
done.
accelerating the process.
Yeah, I triple dog dared him.
Yeah, but isn't the way a fight should work? Like, if you know you're to that level, you should swing first.
To me, I wanted to steal a little piece of his soul before I hurt him.
By
So I-
giving up my manliness.
Yeah.
No,
by
I don't think I got rid of anything. All I did was clearly show him that I am going to do whatever it takes in this moment.
I see
you're a
spitting in
naked
somebody's
fighter,
face
aren't
as
you?
like a bitch move. Like,
Yeah.
it's not what you should do. Like you said,
sucker
it's
punching somebody is a bitch move. This would have been a sucker punch situation. I would have hit him when we weren't in that stage. And I said, you know what? Let's just let it be known we're fighting.
Yeah.
So I spit on him. He hit me. Fair. Let's dance.
That is fair.
I wasn't mad when he hit me.
I know what I signed up for.
I'd spit in his face. That's extremely rude.
You signed the contract with spit.
But I have also slapped two different dudes where I did not like what they were saying.
Did they do anything?
You know, I don't think either one of those came to
Probably
blows.
I
not.
think if you get
Yeah.
slapped, okay, I've been slapped before, not by a dude, but if a dude slaps me, I'm like just taken aback as to like you just
what just happens?
Yeah,
slap me?
I wasn't
Yeah.
like I'm not like I wasn't fighting you,
yet.
but I'm letting you know like I'm here
Yeah.
and I'm willing to engage in such activities.
You're also saying with a smack, like, I don't think you're going to do anything.
That's exactly it. Like
Yeah.
I was like
you're betting at that point.
Yeah.
You're like,
I was
you know what? I bet
talking.
this is going to throw you off.
I was talking back to them. They were talking to me. I was winning the war of words.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of that moment where you're like, I don't think you understand the line you're about to cross.
Yeah.
Slap. You gonna do something, or
Yeah,
you're gonna
or you're
shut
just
up
gonna-
and call it a day? And
You're
both
going to
of
stand
them,
there and bleed.
both of them shut up and called it a
Yeah.
day. But if you hit someone, they have to hit you back.
I did
But a
hear
slap-
someone say that if The Rock was hosting the Oscars, would he have gone up there? He was quick to go up there and smack Chris Rock, but would he have smacked The Rock?
Well,
No.
Which I think you can ask the question: Is The Rock going to be throwing out those kinds of jokes? And I don't think he will.
I don't think it was that hard of a joke. I mean, people get made fun of for appearances all the time. I mean, that's
I don't think it was that bad of a joke either.
No.
I guess we're talking about this now.
and it wasn't a funny joke.
If anybody missed it, I mean, Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith and
having her head shaved.
Will Smith thought it was very funny, actually.
Yeah,
in
he
the
laughed.
moment.
He laughed his ass off.
And then when he saw his wife, he decided, okay, he hurt her with words. It wasn't just another dick.
yeah,
So
that's where I have the problem.
that's the crazy thing is like
Yeah.
there's been so many other things, but I get that it's a medical condition, so maybe he was defending that, and that's fair.
Still don't have to go to violence.
It's just weird to go up there. Like if he had just yelled, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth,"
Yeah,
it would have been a controversy, but it would have been like, oh
he
shit.
could have got up and left.
But boy, I'm so conflicted on this. I think it was the wrong move
It was definitely the wrong move.
because comedians are there to tell jokes. This is what they do. Learn to take a joke. And
Yep.
I've just learned
they
now
make
that
fun of Kevin Hart for being short. They make fun of fat people.
everybody.
They make fun of ugly
we've made an
people.
entire podcast. Empire Toddcast.
Yeah, that too.
We have
about-
talked about Todd a lot.
Easy for you to say.
But it's like this whole thing, like we're busting each other's balls, and I am often,
Yeah.
the butt of the joke. And I'm like, that's funny. You got to have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
He's got no sense of humor. And I thought he was supposed to be the nice guy.
I can't imagine sitting across from a table with your wife as she talks about banging out other dudes, and that's cool. And then a joke's made, and then you feel you have to take the violence. That just seems really weird.
It was a little odd.
Quite odd.
A little odd. Out of him. Out of all people.
Yeah.
I expected out of like Gary Busey to like
Yeah.
freak out and head on up there. But this dude was moments away from winning Best Actor.
We thought Kanye was
Yeah, that's
crazy
crazy.
when he took the mic out of Taylor Swift's hands and just said something.
That was crazy.
So what does that make Will Smith? Totally unhinged?
What's the crazier moment? Kanye or Will Smith slapping?
Will Smith all day.
I think Kanye.
I think the Will Smith thing simply because everyone knew in 10 minutes he was going to win the award for Best Actor. And like there was no doubt that was what was about to happen. And it's like, what do we do now? Like,
You think it was
you can't
part
go to violence?
You think it was part of the adrenaline of being I'm the man tonight that you shouldn't take me down a peg? Like he was riding that
It was
high.
his night.
Yeah, like he's riding a high.
But technically, should he? I mean,
so the Academy
do they
Awards has
know?
talked about possibly taking the award back and all of that stuff.
Oh,
But
really?
it's
no,
like,
you can't take the award back.
especially given all of the countless number of people who have won awards for their troubled past and things like that. Like they have a very
You can't
rough
take
history
the
with those things like
the award is the award. He won the award. fair
well,
and
the
square.
award has been tainted anyway because they stopped giving out these awards for people who earned it. Now, like his award, and I haven't seen the movie, but everyone is saying he does not deserve an award for that movie. It was kind of a lifetime achievement thing.
Well, Well, that happens sometimes.
That happens a lot, which that undercuts the award.
I don't know. I think just about everything that I read as a precursor to the Oscars said that he was going to be the runaway winner based on the performances. I didn't see the movie either, so don't really have a dog in the fight for it. But I can't. Whether they considered it a lifetime achievement or not, I don't know. I think there would have been a better opportunities.
I'm all for free speech and comedians telling jokes, and I don't think
That's the thing.
Chris Rock crossed the line.
He did not cross the line. There are so many worse things he could have done. I think it was just another Chris Rock joke.
Yeah.
He's been doing this his whole
He probably
career.
didn't write it.
I clearly think Chris Rock's in the right.
Yeah.
Will Smith's in the wrong here. But I also kind of crazy, like kind of badass that he went up there and did that. Not condoning it, not saying he's right, but
I mean,
damn, dude, he walked up there and smacked him on stage in front of everybody that matters in his world.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, Will Smith is a better man than any of us because none of us would defend another man's girl like that.
He's right. Lee's right. You don't defend your side piece on that level. You're right.
Oh no, you go to bat for the side piece.
Well, his wife's his side piece at this point.
There has to be history there, right?
So
There's
there
something-
actually
They're
is.
friends in real life.
The other part too is back in 2018 or 19. I don't remember how far back it was. Chris Rock laid into Jada Pinkett Smith about when she boycotted the Oscars. I'm talking about like
I do remember that.
how she's boycotting the Oscars like I'm boycotting, and I don't remember what the second part of the joke was.
It was
like,
Rihanna's panties.
Rihanna.
Yeah, there you go.
Not like I have a chance to be in there either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so like there is theoretically a little bit of history and of beef
Again,
there.
that's
like,
a joke.
No, that's a good joke,
And it's
right?
funny.
Yeah.
She's
Like,
boycotting. That's the equivalent of me
Yeah.
boycotting Rihanna's panties. There's no chance either one of us are going to be there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good joke. And that's a slappable joke.
No.
No, because that actually, but you know what I'm saying? It's a better joke. Like it hurts more.
No, but you don't get to slap joke makers.
No, you don't
Like,
get to slap
that's-
joke makers. It's Chris Rock's right. Comedians should be allowed to be comedians. There's nothing better than a comedian. It's the last bastion of free speech we've
Yeah.
even got. So let it be.
It's going to hurt Will Smith in the long run, I think.
Well, now he's going to become the heel.
Yeah.
Now he can become the bad guy, like NWO. Like he can go. We're watching wrestling, so he can become the bad Hulk.
yeah. I mean, maybe I don't know. I with all things Hollywood related, it's hard to know what's real, what's fabricated, what's
That's true, too. Could have
built
been
up
staged.
for- I don't believe it was staged. I don't believe it was scripted.
I don't believe
But I
so.
wonder.
But if you were
Chris
told,
Rock seems shocked.
if you were told it was staged, you wouldn't be like,
No.
oh my
I
gosh.
wouldn't lose
Yeah.
my breath over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, Will Smith should call Chris Rock and be like, "Hey, that was my bad.
Yeah, I'll
we
give
say
you
that we
$5
staged,
million to say it was staged.
we
Let's-
staged this," and then
Yeah.
he's like, "Okay."
Yeah, I just think, like I said, as with all things Hollywood, it's tough to know what was done for publicity, what was real, what was staged, what was scripted, and we may never know the reality of it. I mean,
Well, then his speech where he said he was a vessel of love was kind of laughable.
yeah, it's all part of God's plan and all this other stuff. Like, and that's again
He's
the
unhinged.
absurdity.
He's unhinged.
I don't know that I would go that far for him. Like,
But the absurdity of the way their mindset, their mind space where they live, is so different.
but again,
It's gotta be,
in,
right?
what 10, 15 minutes time to go from that to the point where like. I mean, I saw one tweet today that cracked me up in the sense of like, how much would you pay to get a transcript or an audio recording of the walkie-talkies behind the
Oh,
scenes,
yeah.
like of all the producers and all the people in the sound, like everything. Like, how much would you pay just to hear like the holy shit's going on
Yeah,
while
in
that's
the,
happening?
in the truck outside,
absolutely. Like
production
It'd be
truck,
unbelievable.
Like, holy cow.
Awesome.
They showed video of him holding his Oscar and dancing, singing his own songs.
singing, getting jiggy with it later in the night. So that's where it's like, I mean, the timeline of all this is just.
But you
unbelievable.
you're riding that weird high, and you did something wrong. You're trying to put your
Yeah.
best face. Like,
think he wakes
That's
up
not his
today.
first Oscar, though, is it?
No,
Yes,
but in that-
it is.
oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
But
I
on
think
top
that's
of
why it's
that,
a big
like
deal.
he just he's been through so much in that moment. Like he's like, I fucked up. My publicist is freaking out. Like I got all these things.
Do you think
going
that's
on.
what Jada wanted?
I
Like,
have
do you
not
think she's
seen her.
happy?
I have not seen her reaction. I saw the girl next to him's reaction, but I never got to
Did you
see
see
her.
what his son tweeted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he? He's going to eat something tonight in protest.
He said something like, that's how we do.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, like he doubled down on it.
I tell you what, Jada scares me. He's a huge dude. He's probably got to be 110. What's his name?
Oh,
Jaden Smith.
Jaden. That's what I mean.
Jaden, yeah.
I mean, he's like 110 pounds. That dude's a monster.
Name the son after the wife and the daughter after the
No, it's Jaden,
Husband.
not Jaden. Oh yeah, and that's how we do
Jada
it.
and Jaden and Will and Willow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the tweet
Usually
was,
you would
and
name
that's
the
how we
boy
do it.
after the boy and the girl after the girl.
Well, it's an open.
Yeah, they do things differently in the Smith household.
That's
I think
exactly
we've all
right.
learned
Yeah.
as we sit around a red table and talk about stepping out.
Very different world. You know how much money he's going to have to pay to the Thesians to cleanse his soul?
Oh my gosh.
It costs millions of dollars before he's right with the Scientology.
Have y'all ever been in an open relationship?
An open unbeknownst to my girlfriend. No,
So
I've,
not like a discussed open relationship.
no, I've always been good to but I've never knowingly been in an open. I've had that go the other way. I guess is actually the truth.
I feel like
But no,
I feel like Brendan and I are.
I couldn't do it.
Too pure.
Well, I feel like it wasn't a thing when we were younger. It's more of a thing now.
I couldn't handle it.
like
No, I
less
definitely
focused
couldn't handle
on
it.
monogamy now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not built for that. I'd
Well, no,
rather just
what I'm trying to say is our age group, that wasn't a thing. Like we didn't know people in open relationships. Like there were no.
No, I mean it wasn't really.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing. But today, I think it is a thing where it's like, yeah.
But I
they
don't
do
even
that.
think I have the.
Oh, I
don't have the
definitely
ability
fortitude.
yeah, I don't think I could be like, oh, you're going out on a date. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be at the bar
Yeah, I'm
staring
gonna,
daggers
yeah.
at you.
I'm gonna read a book. It's not going well. Like I don't think I have too much jealousy. I guess like in me.
I just feel like for dudes, it's just like, why would you ever sign on for that? The girl has way more options than any dude has. Like, even the best looking dude doesn't have the options that an average girl has.
That's the truth.
Yeah, I think that would be we got no hope for that.
Yeah, I just don't think. Why have you ever been in one?
No, again, not known to my
knowingly?
girlfriend.
You had a girlfriend that was in one?
Not that I know of.
Because I couldn't be emotionally invested with somebody knowing that every day they're taking another shot at finding someone they might be more emotionally
Yeah.
invested in.
And that's the thing. Like you gotta have like such a supreme confidence in yourself, like in all aspects of life, like to recognize that somebody may find something better, but like they're still coming home to me or whatever. And
But they might not.
yeah, that's a risky
But even
run.
the confidence thing, like to me, it's like I'm confident and I feel like I'm a good partner, but I don't want to be. I'm being a good partner because I want her to appreciate that. I don't want her to take that for granted and go out and not even appreciate what I'm doing over here. It's like, what am I working at here?
Yeah, unfortunately, it would be interesting to go back in time though and try it.
Yeah.
Like in college, like
Yeah, pick,
find
like,
find that girl and be
pick-
like, okay, we're in an open relationship, but you love me, I love you. Let's see how this goes. I'd
Yeah.
like to see how long it would take before I have a nervous breakdown and start slapping Chris Rock.
And she's got ticks on the whiteboard, and you're just over here like with a half
Playing
tick.
tic-tac-toe.
You're like,
Well,
I
held a
kissed
girl's
a girl
hand.
one night. Yeah.
You know, shit. Be like, I discovered it's called X Hamster. I never even knew about it. It's a totally new porn site.
just put up like quarter marks every time.
Yeah, I mean, every 20-year-old girl, 30, any woman can go out and find a dude. Like
100% of the
any
time.
given night.
Yep.
Like it could be a Tuesday in January.
And she could be a 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Still
Oh, yeah.
smash. Wait long enough in the night.
Yeah. I'd have to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Multi-millionaire.
I don't know. The 7 digits is going to cut it these days.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying that's the only way that I can even begin.
And you still have to put in work.
I got to put in all the work.
Yeah.
Whereas a good-looking homeless woman could roll into the Ritz-Carlton and still end up in a bed in the Ritz that night.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole story with was it Anna Delvey or whatever, the woman that
the
scam
con-
artist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
scam
like I mean,
artist.
I don't think that she's attractive necessarily.
Yeah,
but
she's average.
people found
Yeah.
her attractive, and she could, swindled her way through
Yeah.
life for 5-6 years, and got all the perks of living in New York City in a penthouse
Yeah.
and all these other things. And it's just like, I hate to say it, just, you're a woman and you could do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's unreal.
What's crazy is that new Netflix show about the it's called Bad Vegan.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I was reading an article about it today, but I hadn't watched any of it yet.
Dude, so the girl is beautiful, and she gets taken advantage of by some 300-pound sack of shit dude.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw the pictures. I was like,
Yeah.
how does this happen?
And she was super successful at this like popular vegan restaurant that all the celebs were going to.
Well, there's always a knock.
And he could have been like, he could have just lived off her money, but like he started taking money from her and her mom, ended up taking like $1.8 million from him, and like basically ran the business into the ground. It's like, sit at home and play your PlayStation, dude, and let her go to work.
Yeah.
And you get to sleep
reap
with
the
a beautiful
rewards,
lady and not work. Like, but it wasn't enough. Like, he had to take money so he could like go to buy Rolexes and like just live in this life that he didn't need.
Yeah. I think that's always our male problem is it's never enough. There's always one more thing that you want. Always one more little notch to.
When you said, I thought you said, I think that's art. Is what I heard you say. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear this angle.
It's just sick art.
This isn't art, man. To take advantage of someone who's so much hotter than you, get all their money, even get their
Believe
moms.
me, I would know. I've only been with hotter chicks.
Yeah.
This isn't art. Actually, for the most part, I have too. Like, I usually play out of my league, which is another
absolutely.
reason I could
100% of
absolutely
the time.
never play the open relationship game
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm like,
Outkick
but you're
my
better
coverage
than me.
every single time.
Yeah.
No doubt.
That's why I'm always so thankful. It's like, I'm not going to be rude to you. Like, you're out of my league.
Oh,
I'm
and who
gonna-
opened that relationship? It was Jada.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, it was. She was like sleeping around, and she
But
was
it's
like,
Will Smith,
Yeah, he
though.
could
Like,
get-
what is
he could get
better
some-
than
it doesn't matter. Will
She's-
Smith.
she's
She's fucking Jada. She's not only is she a woman, which we've established is the card.
tits.
It's the card you want to have, but she's a gorgeous, talented woman.
Yeah, even in A-list celebrities, the woman still had, like,
yeah.
even Brad Pitt's girlfriend or wife, like, she's going to have as many options as Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie could get more
Yeah.
Yeah.
than Brad Pitt. And she even had that whole Billy Bob skeleton in her closet.
Yeah.
Which is disgusting. She's got his blood running through her veins and shit. Like, she's a nightmare. But I'm in. Yeah.
I mean, she's such a philanthropist.
Yeah. She's a philanderer.
You keep her name out your mouth.
Yeah. You're going to get smacked.
You're gonna slap me, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's good pod.
Hey, Will can smack somebody else's side piece.
Did you
We
smack
can
the
do
two dudes you smacked both with your right hand? Or did you go
Definitely.
open hand or backhand?
Open hand.
You've never disrespected somebody with a backhand.
That does seem worse, doesn't
Is
it?
that more disrespectful?
I think so. Like an open hand is like, I'm willing to fight. I don't want to. The backhand is like, fuck you, fuck your family, fuck your life.
Okay, here it is. I will never open hand hit man again. I will only backhand. No, honestly,
After
if it's
you
worse.
spit on him?
Yeah. Ooh.
No, the spit led exactly to what I thought it would. I got punched squarely in the face.
Was it like the classic like movie punch where it's just like boom right in the face?
Yeah, it was thunk in the face. Dude went back, and before he wiped his eye, popped me right in the face.
Wow.
And then I thought,
Oh, because he had to take care of the spit, so he got distracted.
and then I knew that he had to.
Now it's game on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we fought. But
You fucked?
That's what it sounded like.
yeah, we fucked on it.
I showed him what was up.
Yeah, it worked. But the slaps both times led to the dude backing up and just being the bitch,
Well,
which is the best feeling to be like, I physically got you. You didn't do anything about it.
yeah.
I've proven that you don't want any part of this.
Yeah.
So I thought that I considered it a win.
The one thing I thought in the video of the Will Smith thing was, as far as an argument why it wasn't staged or scripted or whatever, when he slaps him, he immediately takes like a little defensive step back. Like he very much is ready for like Chris Rock to come up and
Yeah.
throw back at him. And that
Will Smith would kick Chris Rock's ass.
I'd put money on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're on the same.
I think. I mean,
That's
arms,
why-
like arm span, reach, whatever.
I was
they
gonna say,
call it
he's
in
a much
boxing.
bigger
Oh, yeah.
dude. I'm not saying
Absolutely.
Well, and that's why
Just a
Chris
bigger
Rock
dude.
the
didn't
dude
retaliate.
played Ali. So
Yeah, he's had some boxing training.
yeah. What's Chris Rock done?
Pookie.
Yeah.
How much for one rib?
Yeah, see?
Pour a little soda in my hand.
He also did that.
quarter.
That was from I'm Going to Get You Sucker. But Pookie was in New Jack City.
Yeah.
But all very similar roles. Yeah, Chris Rock's never played a tough guy, has he?
Yeah, no.
Hasn't really happened. Chris Rock bulked up from 120 to 130
Did you see them
With the wet
see
clothes
for that
on.
Manny Pacquiao role.
Did you see the meme of all the grown-ups guys saying these guys are waiting in the alley for Will Smith? Adam Sandler,
David
David
Spade.
Spade.
I wouldn't want to fight Adam Sandler. I bet he fights dirty.
Adam Sandler's a badass.
Yeah. The dude rolls up on like New York City basketball courts
All the
and
time.
Yeah.
throws down.
Yeah.
No, I heard he's actually a hell of a player.
He hoops.
Yeah, I mean, no, I wouldn't mess with,
I wouldn't want to run into him in an alley.
but I'd kick Rob Schneider's ass.
Oh, 100%.
To play ball on a playground in cities, like
Absolutely.
you got to be pretty tough.
And I mean, the fits he wears too to do so.
Oh
like,
yeah.
he stunts on him. Like
Oh, yeah,
he's
he
got
wears
the
intentionally
old
stupid
school,
ass-
like
yeah.
long ass shorts. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
he looks like an asshole.
He looks like the dude from White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah, and apparently plays like it too.
yeah, I would not. I'm not fighting Adam
Could
Sandler.
you kick Woody Harrelson's ass?
Absolutely not.
I think
Yeah, I
Woody
don't think
Harrelson's
so.
an undercover killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Actually,
I
you
mean,
know-
he's got some age to him though, and I think that's the only thing I have going in a fight. There,
You know, his dad was actually a murderer.
really?
Really?
Yeah, like a legitimate like hitman.
Wow.
Yeah, like would do all kinds of shit for some like illegal ties out west, like some governor or something. He would kind of play hitman for him.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that's what he was. And then
I bet he taught his son some things.
yeah, you look at Woody Harrelson, you
He's
know
got
that's,
those eyes.
that's a crazy man right there.
Yeah.
Like there's something about him. I wouldn't mess with Woody Harrelson. Again, I will kick Rob Schneider's ass.
You would have fought him though when he was Woody on Cheers. You would have thought
But you would have been wrong.
you would have been wrong.
That's the trick. He
Yep.
tricked us. He tricked us. He was he was probably more
You sandbagging the
bloodthirsty
whole time.
Oh
then.
yeah.
Yeah, he was a killer.
Yeah.
And he literally grew up in it. Like his dad was a hitman.
George Clooney.
I think I kicked George Clooney's ass.
I think he's got a fucking jaw on him though, like just
So do I though.
iron jaw. I think he would just absorb hits.
Nah, you're mistaking him for the Gladiator, Russell Crowe. Now Russell Crowe take
I'm
a shot.
Not even.
Like I don't want to mess with Russell Crowe, but I'll kick Clooney's ass.
I wouldn't fight either of them.
yeah.
You know how I know he's a bitch? All that philanthropy.
You want to fight right now?
I believe I kick your ass because you're too much philanthropist.
You know what? You're too good for this
Yeah,
world.
you're too
Yeah.
nice. I
I have
think,
that killer instinct.
yeah, you look at a dude like Russell Crowe
or do I
who's
do all the
literally done.
philanthropy to offset all the bad things I've done in my life?
Oh, wish a motherfucker would, Dexter. Do your thing. I don't know what the fuck you got going
You know
on.
what? You know, back away.
I feel like maybe you do have a lot of like plastic on your furniture.
I think I'm in sweats today.
That's
Like,
right.
Yeah, dude, he walked up. I didn't know who he was today. He was all like in sweatpants
Yeah.
and everything, and sweatshirt.
Yeah,
he
because
came
he's really
around.
dressed up.
He came around the corner, and I was like, "Is that Boo Boo?" I was like,
I'm putting on like the surgical gloves and like
Yeah.
pulling a mask now.
The
I
black
honestly
ones.
didn't know. You had a hat on. You had everything. You like came in all. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like who's this big ass dude creeping across my yard? And then like he got closer, and I was like, "Whew,
Oh, it's just Lee.
it's the abacus."
Didn't help. He sat out in the street for 15 minutes. Just
20 minutes just casing my house. And I'm
casing the
like,
joint.
looks like Lee's truck, but I'm not certain.
You would think.
It freaked
it's
me
all
out
part
a
of the
little bit.
plan.
Freaked me out a little bit. Won't lie.
Haven't seen me and Boo Boo in the same spot, have you?
Wow.
Mind blown.
Wow. I don't know what this
Please don't cover me, Boo Boo.
No! Someone peed in my pants!
It actually worked.
Jesus.
I had a topic, but I'm not going to it.
Yeah, let's not. We've gone over 2 hours.
It's way too much.
Way too much.
I mean, I'll keep asking questions.
You got one more question? What do you got?
Now we can wrap.
Yep. Put him on the spot and he just crumbles into
We should
steel.
have broken it up if we were going to keep going. We could have had 2 episodes here.
All right, cut it now. We'll start a new one. Remember that Paul?
I don't think I want to, but
Yeah, I don't think we need to do that.
I'm going to shut it down.
Yeah, let's shut it down.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thanks for getting a part of the inside track here. Really behind the fourth wall.
Totally screwed up the producing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
You want to recut the end?
No, I do not. We appreciate you coming here week in and week out. If you haven't had a chance to rate and review, please do before Troy has an aneurysm. He died.
Again. Next week's is going to be a special episode.
Yeah, it won't be good, but it'll be special.
Yeah.
We already recorded it.
Ely will be here next week.
Ely will be here next week. You'll hear him twice. Once in the intro.
Very quiet Ely.
Once in the intro. Now, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't had a chance to send us topics, please do so at insidethepalatehouse@gmail.com, or you can always find us on our Facebook page. Send us topics there. We'd love to hear from you, and you can also do so on Instagram and Twitter at ITPH Podcast. What do you mean you haven't noticed that we put out any content there? That's because we don't. Well played.
I feel like I send y'all messages every now and then. I don't know that anybody sees them.
Yeah, don't do it there then. Do it on the Facebook page because we're old, or email because we're even older. If you
At least you got a Gmail.
I'll tell you what we do have that's modern. Venmo.
Venmo at Inside the Pallet House. Terrence knows it works because he just sent us a 100 spot.
Seriously, Terrence, huge shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. That was huge. Here's what we'll do with that money. We'll show up at your pub and we'll buy Guinness.
Yep.
Approximately $100 worth.
Approximately $200 worth. He's going to get his.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, if you haven't had a chance to head over to Screen Door Mortgage, please do so. You can head over to Nectar Sunglasses too, but I just heard that the code doesn't work, so we need to get that fixed. I need to reach out.
Just hearing of this?
Well, I heard about this 4 weeks ago. I also haven't talked to Sean about it. The worst thing is we actually had a long conversation the other day about him hooking me up with the surfboard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You didn't decide to bring up the broken code.
I'm working on it. You know what? I'm sure Sean listens every week. Sean, the code's broken. There we go. Fix the glitch. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think? He didn't live.